The animated Central Park Zoo getaway story called Madagascar was tops at the box office this weekend. That movie brought in nearly $29 million. Adam Sandler's remake of The Longest Yard came in second. It had a take of more than $26 million.
Yes.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, dropped to number 3. $26 million this weekend, but more than $300 million in just 3 weeks in wide release. I love Madagascar.
It was good, and it passed the "I'll buy the video, Dad" test.
Small
In the movie
talk,
that my son
yeah.
sees, and he says, "I'll buy the video." It's usually a pretty good.
If his son is still buying videos, it says a lot about his career, Terry.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Let me say this.
Videos.
The surprise of the weekend was probably that Cinderella Man, which is critically acclaimed up the wazoo.
Yes.
Couldn't even break the top 3. It's got Russell Crowe so mad he's starting barroom brawls again. Isn't that what I'm hearing this morning, Terry?
No, he was brawling, but it was actually through a phone at a desk worker in a hotel.
Well, how are you supposed to get their attention, Terry?
I don't know.
You think that little bell works? Come on.
When I ask for an extra pillow, you give me an extra pillow.
Yeah.
So he's been arrested this morning. That's the latest word out of Hollywood. Is that right?
He threw the phone at he was staying at Mercer Hotel.
Well, I mean,
in
you can understand Russell Crowe's point of view to some extent. Can you not? I mean, you make a movie you feel is just movie masterpiece kind of material, and then you lose to The Longest Yard in its second week. I mean, come on.
Is that right?
Are you
Yes,
serious?
It did.
And that's something Russell Crowe has to take?
Yeah, he does.
People want to see Brian Bosworth more than they want to see Russell Crowe.
Okay.
I understand. Right there with you.
Yes. So, I mean, the fact that he only threw a phone is real good progress for Russell Crowe, and the judge should take that into strong consideration. I mean, what do you expect?
Well, and he was just saying, I think it was last week, how, after filming Cinderella Man, he realized that he never wants to get in any altercations or fight again or anything like that.
Well, your whole world can change really quick when you lose to The Longest Yard in the second week.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
All right?
Let's go back to boxing.
All right. Someone's going to get their ass kicked now.
Right.
You don't think the numbers of Cinderella Man had something to do with him throwing a phone at a desk worker?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Critics already handed him the Oscar for this movie before it came out.
Well,
which means nobody will go to it.
I don't know. We'll see if they start going in the weeks that come. But I will tell you that the last time Ron Howard and Russell Crowe got together, Russell Crowe got snubbed for the Academy Award. So we'll see what happens this time. Anyhow, nobody cares. I'll tell you one thing that people might care about.
Okay.
There's someone driving around right now. Well, she's probably not anymore, but as I'm driving into work, it's light out, Terry.
Sure.
I love the fact that it's light out driving into work these days.
Right.
It's great.
Gotta love the Northwest. Anyhow, so I'm at a stoplight. And this probably wouldn't have been picked up on, I guess, if it was the typical darkness driving in at 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. But I turned to my left.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, why is that girl going up her own blouse? And she had her hands up her own shirt, right? And in a blue Alero. What kind of car is an Alero?
I don't know.
I know.
A-L-E-R-O. What's an Alero? Ford? Is it a Ford Alero? Is
Not
it a...
sure.
Come on, someone's got to know what an Alero is. Anyone know what an Alero is?
Pontiac.
Pontiac Alero?
I don't know. That's my guess.
Do they even make Pontiacs anymore?
Probably why we don't know.
Come on.
Never heard of it. No, I've heard of it, but I don't know.
and turn and go.
There is a car called an Alero,
Yes,
right?
there is.
Oldsmobile.
It's an Oldsmobile?
Yes.
All right. They still make Oldsmobiles or no?
Looks that way.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think they do.
2004
No, they do.
Oldsmobile Alero.
Yeah, but I think Oldsmobile went out about a year ago. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, someone's
I
driving one.
turned to my left.
Yes.
And she's got her hands up her own blouse. What is she doing? Did she see me and have to do something to herself?
Right.
I mean, that's
Making some fantasy
Of
up.
course, that's my first thought.
Sure.
It's up her own shirt.
She looked over and said, "Oh, that guy." Woo.
Well, then she comes out of her shirt, Terry, and she's got a roll-on. And she's putting on deodorant in her car.
Well, now
And it was
the
funniest part about it is it was really doing something for me.
Was it her
Yes.
putting? Oh, just the whole image of her putting her hands up the shirt.
Well, no, it's just the fact that she was putting deodorant on. I don't know why. I didn't find it gross at all. I found it rather a bit of a turn on. And then she went for the other underarm, and it was quite the stopped at the red light bit of entertainment.
Right.
So somewhere out there you are, in your blue Alero. She had her sunglasses on today because the sun is out at 5:30 in the morning these days.
Was she hot?
She was pretty hot.
Was she?
Oh, believe me, if she was some
Well, I know.
tubby 47-year-old woman.
Oh, tell me 47-year-old.
It's not doing anything for me, but she's like some sunglass-wearing 26-year-old.
Wow. Rolling on in the...
I mean, not blow you away hot, but hot enough. Believe me. I mean, I didn't get a great look, but I was too busy
imagining things.
trying to see what I could see. What do you mean? I didn't have to imagine that much. It was at the shirt. She filled herself out.
Well, it's lucky it was at a stoplight. I mean, if it was on 520 or something, you would have crashed. Watching her.
No, I'm very talented at these things.
You're a good little stalker of people in cars.
Oh, I look all the time.
You can hold the binoculars with one hand and steer with the other.
That probably will be the way I pass one day. Staring too long. All right. But until then, I'll enjoy the view.
Well, that's good.
How about putting on deodorant in your own car?
I know. I wonder
I've done
if
it
she
before.
actually got dressed all the way in her own
People
car.
keep a roll-on in their car?
I keep one in my backpack.
You do?
300 pounds, man. I keep a lot of weird stuff.
That's a lot.
Different. That's
Okay.
different, though.
I don't think she was 300 pounds.
No, she was not 300 pounds.
She's probably doing the drive of shame from some guy's house going,
Nice thought. Nice thought there, Stephen.
Way to go,
same clothes she was
Stephen.
wearing yesterday.
All right, end it there. Nice addition to what was actually for me, for whatever reason, a kind of a turn-on term. Not like whip it out and
Right, do it
do
right
what
there.
you got to do because you got to do it.
You
But
could
still,
pull over
it was
first.
kind of nice, right?
Wasn't though that kind of turn on, but it was enough. It was doing something for me.
Made your morning.
I wouldn't say it even made my morning,
Oh,
Terry, but
okay.
it did something for me. Can we leave it at that, please?
All right.
All right. She was coming from one of those shame rides home.
Wow.
Headed to work without even going back to her apartment, Stephen, and that's why she was putting on deodorant. Well, she better put on that deodorant a little bit lower. That's all I got to say.
All
if you-
over, take a...
Well, you do the math.
Right.
If she...
That's fuzzy math to me.
That's fuzzy, man.
I don't believe it. If she, maybe I'm wrong, if she, carry the one, if she was driving to work without any time to even stop back at her apartment for a quick shower and was taking one of those deodorant showers in her car, she better deodorize not only up her shirt, but down her pants.
Oh.
You put deodorant down there, huh, Steven?
Well, who doesn't?
Oh, jeez. I'll take that. As I know!
I'm a big guy. I need to do that.
Oh, jeez.
But you don't is the problem.
Wow.
Blue Alero, Terry.
Yeah.
Deodorizing right there in the car with the roll-on.
Wow. What a morning.
All right.
It's Monday, you forget stuff.
All right, everyone's calling and singing Alero's a Chevy. Is that right?
I don't
Why'd you say
know.
Why'd you say it was an Oldsmobile, Stephen?
Because I put Google and I put Alero and it said Oldsmobile Alero.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
they could be Chevys. Google could be wrong.
Chevrolet and an Oldsmobile, two different cars last I checked.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
You better Google again.
Why don't you ask Jeeves
I'll say
this time?
Google, are you sure?
Go to the Supreme Court of Jeeves.
Yes.
See what Jeeves says.
Chevrolet Alero. Oh, it says no, dumbass. They're Oldsmobiles. Oh, no, there's a Chevrolet Alero as well.
Mm-hmm.
How
Wow.
could there be two different ones?
I never heard of an Oldsmobile Alero, but whatever.
Okay.
How could there be two cars named Alero?
I'm
One
not
by
sure,
Chevy,
but-
one by
But,
Oldsmobile.
well, here's a 2004 Oldsmobile Alero. If you want the price, click here.
Oh, jeez. Easy, we believe you. No, to really go the extra yard and be really convincing, you have to go out and buy one.
Okay.
Bring it in.
See, I have the Mercedes made by Yugo. There's
Probably
two different
true.
kinds.
I don't know what the hell it was.
And here's the Chevrolet Alero.
But it was a little cheap thrill that I appreciated there at the stoplight. She didn't even realize I was watching, but the reality is when you're deodorizing, when you're up your own blouse with a band roll-on, whatever the hell she was putting up there, you better realize that people are to your right and left, right?
Sure you should.
Or they don't see
Actually,
you.
you really should. You should kind of be aware of what's around you.
People feel like they're so protected in their cars. You realize there are windows in your car. You shouldn't be picking your nose. You shouldn't be putting on a roll-on without at least looking to your right and smiling at someone.
At least if your windows are tinted, yeah, go have at it. But man,
Yeah, this was the car right here.
oh, was it?
Oh, it's an Oldsmobile Alero. Well done, Stephen. That looked pretty much the way like what it looked like.
Okay.
Oh, print me out a Chevy Alero.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, this is definitely it.
On Chevy Alero, all of the things are in like foreign languages on Google.
Oh,
So maybe the,
Well, we have a lot
the
of
foreign version is a Chevrolet.
we have a lot of foreign language speaking listeners.
Yes.
So she should have been making, like, Google eyes at you as she was doing that with
Easy, all right. I'd rather her make SG voice at me, all right?
The T-Man.
Lisa, thank you. Washington State troopers pulled over some of the fastest cars on the planet and gave the drivers speeding tickets.
Oh, jeez.
About 50 Porsches, Lamborghinis, and other expensive cars got pulled over on I-5 near Vancouver, Washington today. The drivers were collectors headed to Vegas on a 7-day road rally. Troopers had to shut down the highway because at one point the drivers were tailgating and going more than 120 miles an hour.
That's child's play. Now, wait a minute. Are you telling me that they were scheduled to go up to Vancouver? The police officers knew about this scheduled visit?
Well, it was actually to Vegas. They're on their way to Vegas.
Okay, so they were coming through. The troopers knew they were coming.
Yes, sir.
Waited on them, kind of like in a cannonball run type moment, and pulled them over accordingly.
Yes, sir.
That almost is a little lame. I mean, come on.
Well,
how slow can you drive a Lamborghini?
well, there's supposedly...
If you want to take it out of first gear, you got to go above 65.
I understand.
All right.
But I'm sure that they probably would have, given a little leeway had they not been going 120.
That's second gear, Terry.
Oh, okay.
While putting on deodorant.
Oh, wow, really?
All right.
That's impressive.
Put on your speed stick at 120 at a Lamborghini. It's nothing.
Speed stick.
Come on, you don't use speed stick, Terry?
No, that's for guys, isn't it?
Oh, jeez. Well, it's for guys and for women with really deep voices.
It's strong enough for a man.
But made for a woman. What are you using these days, Terry? What's your deodorant of choice?
Oh, jeez. I think it actually is secret, quite honestly.
Slow lane stick.
Well, if you don't know what your deodorant is, Terry, I don't know if I want to be sitting very close to you.
No,
Because you got to actually think, and you're still not even sure when you're saying
Well,
it.
I
You're not saying with
try
any
and switch
certainty.
mine up because I don't want my body to be...
From none to this kind.
Oh, days.
to
From
build
baby
up.
powder
Yeah.
to what?
It is secret, and then sometimes I use something else.
Because you don't want your body to get used to something?
Yeah, and kind of weird.
It's a weird philosophy.
It is, but that's my philosophy,
All right.
so...
If her body, she's afraid if her body gets too used to one kind of deodorant,
Right.
it'll lose its effect and potency, and she'll start smelling like a locker room.
But how often are you sweating?
Well,
I mean,
Terry sweats every morning in the studio.
All right.
Don't you see it? Don't you feel it? Don't you taste it?
But it's for everyday protection, too, right?
Right.
For her everyday protection, man.
I've heard of a body becoming immune to deodorant.
Well,
Just not working anymore.
I never,
I
I never heard that one either. Some people do that with shampoos.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
your hair tends to get accustomed, or even your typical bar soap that you use in the shower there.
Well, if you're switching those things up, it would make sense to switch the deodorant, too, right?
Because I know you're not using a little liquid there. You're using a nice bar soap.
I do use a bar.
That's right.
With oatmeal on it for some reason,
I'm
and I don't know why.
Well, that's what women do to you. They get you a little exfoliating soap. I found an exfoliating bar soap in my shower too, and
Yeah?
it's all tickly on my wiener too.
Yeah, it's like oatmeal
I don't
stuck
need
in the
to know
soap.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Basically showering with like a continental breakfast every
That's
day.
right.
Blueberry body wash.
Women-
You are
Kiwi
tasty
shampoo.
every morning.
Women are very into the hygiene type fragrance smelling good little deal products.
Yes. It's good for your skin.
And it's amazing how we don't put up any kind of fight.
You gotta just go, oh,
Sounds good.
thanks.
Because you guys love it.
What is this thing? Exfoliating soap. Huh? It'll get me clean, right? Clean enough? Okay.
Good enough.
There you go. That's how it works. Mm-hmm. And Terry uses Lady Secret. Mm-hmm. Sometimes. While it's working. And then one day, when someone stands near her and then walks away real quickly, she'll switch deodorants. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, what else is happening in the world, please?
Well, this whole Jessica Simpson, Bam Margera story is still going on.
Still going on.
Yeah.
There's still the strong rumors that they've been having intercourse
Well, or at least that they had.
while putting on deodorant.
Yes, and filming the whole Dukes of Hazzard movie.
He's in the Dukes of Hazzard movie.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that.
Uh-huh. There's also...
Terry, there has long been in Hollywood, let me just interrupt you if I might, there has long been, for whatever reason, when people get together and make a movie, for whatever reason, I'll say that again, the cast members tend to get romantically involved.
Mm-hmm.
It happens, I wouldn't say the majority of the time, but pretty damn close.
Right.
It goes way back through decades.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens on the sets of these movies, or maybe in the downtime in these trailers. I don't know what it is, but even people who are happily married wind up succumbing to whatever it goes on those movie sets.
It should have happened in the 4 years she was on the TV show with her husband, you would think.
Never thought of it.
Well, you want to now throw in Johnny Knoxville because rumor has it that he also had some intercourse with Jessica Simpson.
Some intercourse?
Well,
intercourse, Terry.
Well, okay.
You don't have some intercourse.
Well, I don't know if they all did it together.
Now, does he make a cameo in Dukes of Hazzard or no?
Who, Bam?
No,
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yes, he does.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Who does he play? Boss Hogg?
No, Johnny Knoxville is one of the main guys.
Dukes.
He's one of the
One
Dukes.
of
Then
That's
who's Bam? Who is Bam in the movie?
I don't think Bam's in it, but Johnny
Bam's
is.
not in the movie.
He just met her through Johnny.
Oh. All right. It's all making sense now, huh?
Who's Johnny?
Yeah.
Anyway, and of course, you know that.
So the whole just cast of what am I thinking?
Jackass?
Jackass, yeah.
Bam and Johnny.
It's just running through Jessica Simpson. That's what they want us to believe now.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Who's the dude who takes a crap at the hardware store in the movie?
No, I think that's Rab himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Was that your favorite part?
That kind of was.
I can tell.
I've long wanted to try that.
I know, it's a great idea.
Right. Take a newspaper. I don't think they put toilets on display in hardware stores since that movie came out. But anyway, so he hasn't, to our knowledge, run through Jessica Simpson yet.
Not that I know of. No.
Well, he's next to go. You're up. He's on deck. Mm-hmm. Stephen, you enjoyed Jackass the movie?
Yeah, it was okay.
You saw it?
I saw it with you, actually.
Well, you did?
Well, actually, no. I mean, we went to the
time.
movie together, but you sat somewhere else, which I thought was funny. But
What do you mean I sat somewhere else?
you didn't sit, next to me. We all went together, and then
Well, who did I sit next to?
you sat next to Scott.
And who did you sit next to?
I sat next to, a bunch of friends from this other guy who also went with us. And then
How
you
many
guys,
people went with us?
It's like,
When did you
How
guys
did I-
all
or something
go?
like
How
that?
come I have no recollection of this?
I don't know.
And, I think, didn't me and Hotshot come late? And that's why we sat together, off from
think
you
didn't-
guys?
I think you didn't want to sit next to the rest of the guys.
Oh, the Raymond was laughing too loud.
That's
I
right.
remember.
He was
Oh.
there.
Yeah. He was just with
Actually,
that
you
obnoxious
used-
sounding.
You started sitting by me, and then you actually moved.
We didn't want anyone to think that we were just even remotely associated with the guy.
Ah.
And Stephen with the golden topping, too, was a little bit too much to take.
Think I'm eating golden topping in front of you people?
Especially the Reitman.
He's rubbing it on like a roll-on, Terry.
Puts it on like suntan lotion. All over his hairy chest.
But look at my glow, Works pretty good.
It's amazing what the man wants to do with buttery topping, Terry.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Becomes Mr. Coppertone by the end of the movie. All right, so Bam and Johnny Knoxville may have
taken
brought-
advantage of Miss Jessica Simpson.
brought her the ruckus in the Jackass
And
kind of way.
apparently,
Oh,
according to this, the person talking about this is Bam's ex-girlfriend. She did an interview, and she this is her quote. She goes by the name of Jen. That's her little pseudonym.
Ah, wow, it's pretty creative.
Fake name.
Yeah.
Anyway, she said that the whole newlyweds thing is a total lie, and the whole show is just a lie.
Well, they are technically married, Terry. That's not a lie. That's
right,
a fact.
I understand that, but that's what this woman is saying.
Well,
Bam's
she's-
ex-girlfriend.
She sounds like a pretty credible source. Jen, quote unquote.
I know. I'm Jen.
I'm Jen.
So, yeah.
Mm.
We'll see how this plays out.
Okay. What else? What else is happening on a...
Well, Brooke
Cherry
Shields
Monday
is
morning, yes.
still taking digs at Tom Cruise. She's not letting that die.
She's pissed at Tom Cruise.
Still, which, she has
Because
the
Tom
right
Cruise
to be.
criticized her for...
Taking the antidepressant.
Right. But Brooke Shields isn't using her real name when criticizing Tom Cruise. She's going by the name Jen. Quote unquote. Oh. There's a lot of safety in the name Jen. Go ahead.
Anyway, Brooke, she is in a London production of Chicago, and she said that...
She's in an on-Broadway, off-Broadway, on-stage kind of play?
Yes, of Chicago.
All right. What does she play? Like the role that What's-Her-Face played, who's married to Michael Douglas? Catherine Zeta-Heda?
I don't know. It doesn't say exactly what her role is. But she said, in regards to Tom Cruise, she said, quote, if he wants to see Chicago, I've left him 2 tickets, 1 adult, 1 child. It's kind of also,
Obviously making a reference to Katie Haiti.
Yeah, Katie, yes.
She is trying now to go after Tom with the cheap, low-blow digs. Is that right?
Sounds like it. Yep.
One adult, one child.
Yeah.
Well, she saved him about $7, I'm sure. So I take it.
If the child had the ASB card to show that they're a student,
yeah,
another
the
$3
student card,
off.
I know.
Well,
Tons
yes,
of savings.
Or she could be maybe saying that Tom's acting like a child.
Oh, sure. After maybe she saw the Oprah show and saw him jumping up and down and acting like a little kid.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's the other way, though.
You know what? Let's not look too deep in what Brooke Shields was trying to intend when she left the 2 tickets for Tom.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm hoping that's a very successful run for Brooke Shields, Terry. Because she hates her kid. She's got to have some success somewhere else.
Well, she's got medicine for that now, okay?
She's got medicine to the anti-hating kid medicine.
Yeah.
Brat no more.
Now she loves her kid thanks to medical science. Thank heavens. There's a pill that'll make you like your kid again. I don't know what they did in the caveman days.
Right.
Well, I guess if they didn't like them, they ate them.
There you go.
They didn't have a pill.
Right.
We have a pill here in the new millennium.
Yeah, what did our parents do? Jack Daniels?
Yes.
Pill in liquid form, yes.
The T-Man.
Did you know that you can burn 1 medium square of chocolate just by laughing for 10 to 15 minutes? Doctors say this is not an effective
Terry,
way.
you're burning a lot of chocolate every morning.
Wow.
Yes.
That's why I keep getting more.
Oh,
more.
wow, I see, yes.
Did you
Now
know
we
that
know
you
why.
can burn 1 medium square of chocolate just by laughing for 10 to 15 minutes? Doctors say this is not an effective way to lose weight, but maybe is a bit of a bonus from laughter. In a recent study, people who laughed at movies burned 20% more than people who did not.
There you go. Just laugh your day away. Oh, jeez. And you'll be thin as can be. Now, what were you telling me? You were telling me just recently about our friend, the chubby redhead. Yeah, right. You realize that it's completely over now because he's back talking to you about fatty foods again?
Yeah, we always talk about, like, new restaurant foods that we love, you know.
I understand that. He sees you as a fellow fat individual, even though you're a person who is as in shape as a 300-pounder can be, in my opinion. That's a compliment to
thank you so much.
All right. I see him more as husky, Terry. I know he loves that word.
I know he does.
Loved it when I was a kid.
Well, Hotshot's 5'10", all right? Gay's 5'2".
Oh, wow.
And has him outweighed by 100 pounds. So Gay feels like he could talk to Hotshot about all these foods that he gets excited about. And that stopped for a while Gay was in training.
Right.
But now it's back with a vengeance. Is that right?
It's back with a renewed vigor and enthusiasm.
Oh,
I'll tell
no.
you. That's great. So I was talking to him about the new Pizza Hut dipping strips.
Oh, I saw
with the 3 different slices. I know, we talk about that stuff. We love it.
All right, so you spurred on the conversation then, or was it instigated by him?
No, I asked him if he had it.
Oh, okay, so you brought it up to him.
Well, but then he went to a new level with it.
Oh, he did.
Not only has he had it.
Because the way you told me the conversation off the air is that I got the impression that he inspired the whole conversation by bringing up some kind of food, and that's why you realized that it was completely over, that the neck was invading the face again, the neck was winning, and the ear was being cut off as we speak.
He may have brought it up, but then he told me about, like, his next 3 favorite pizzas that he's having recently, and ice cream treats, and there was something else he told me about that I couldn't believe he was eating.
And somewhere along the way, you started realizing the days of the training are completely gone, not even in the rearview mirror to be seen anymore.
Last call has already happened. Party's over.
It was just a few weeks ago, Terry. He was going to be hot buffing Gay.
Yes, he was.
He was eating oats, and nothing but oats.
Yep.
And he was training all the time.
Yep.
Now he's back talking about sitting down, having 3 pizzas and ice cream.
Yep. Looking forward to the trip with, down to Vegas with Chris from the Cuff. And, oh, my goodness.
Distant memory.
It was about a new kind of ice cream you can get that's either chocolate covered or has like Nestle Crunch covered. It was it was a new kind of bonbon. That's what it was.
A bonbon?
I'm like, who eats the bonbons?
He was getting all excited, telling you about a new kind of bonbon that he heard about.
Yeah, and they're either milk chocolate covered or Nestle Crunch covered. Oh my gosh, I got 60 of them. And I said, do you have any left? He's like, no. He ate them all in one sitting.
60 bonbons.
60?
Well, if you leave them out, they'll melt, so you got to get them.
Yeah, put them in the freezer.
Nah.
He's officially out. It's over.
Officially done.
And that's when you said to yourself, even though you may have led him into the conversation, somewhere in the middle of the conversation, you said to yourself, it's completely over.
Yes, I did.
There's no hope for this situation anymore.
None.
The patient is gone.
Yep.
flatlined.
But he's happy now, probably.
He seemed happy talking about it.
I think it's an artificial high, yeah,
He's
sure.
probably not happy hearing you talk about it now.
I would assume not.
As he's driving to work extra early so he can
that's right.
have his last excuse as to why he's not training anymore, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, he's got to share the good news about the bonbons with us right now.
Oh,
too.
sure.
I'm sure he's shaking his bonbon right now.
I never knew they did that. This is good news.
Please hold
Steven's
on.
running out
Available.
today.
I'll answer the phone.
Oh, he'd be witched.
Oh.
He'd be very, very witched, Terry.
What?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We heard about the bonbons and your overwhelming excitement about hearing about the new release by Nestle.
Yeah, they're drier, and they're called Dibs.
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 What do you mean they're drier?
It's not by the Bonbon Company.
It's dryer ice cream.
Oh, dryer.
Oh, it's by
ice cream.
dryers. I see. I was wondering how, ice cream could be dry, but I always wonder about wines, too. Anyhow.
Well, they make those Dippin' Dots. Those are kind of dry, right?
Does it bother you to learn now, because you didn't pick up on it during the conversation, that while you were speaking with such euphoria about these Dippin' Dots,
No, the bonbons by dryers.
about the dryers, dots, or whatever the hell they are, that Hopscotch was thinking while you were speaking about how the days of you losing weight are officially now absolutely over, never to be returned to?
No, not at all.
Doesn't bother you at all?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
You can just dive headfirst into a wheelbarrow of bonbons now. Because there's no pressure on you anymore. Do as you please.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, nothing I do works, so
Okay.
it's fine.
It was working.
Yeah, it was working.
was
yeah.
But I'm not going through this again.
Right.
I've said that, and he said
And
what he
I'm
said.
not going through it again
Okay.
either.
So you at work now?
I'm getting ready for work. I'm running late.
You're supposed to be there at 7 was what you told us last week.
Correct. I have to be there between 7 and 7:30.
Mm-hmm. So you're at your lovely house or apartment or wherever the hell you live now.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my ghetto fabulous place.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So when they say between 7 and 7:30, why would you ever go at 7?
Yeah, 7 and 7:30 is 7:30 to us.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so I don't
You
have to go
said
later.
you said 7 last week. Now it's 7 to 7:30.
It's always been 7 to 7:30. And if I go in at 7, I don't have to stay as late at night because I have to go in before my regular shift and I have to stay after.
Right.
So what time do you get done with the old shift there?
Probably 5:30 or 6:30.
Wow.
On how busy it
12-hour
is.
day. Whew.
But you got those bonbons waiting for you at the end of the day, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And those new pizza dipping things. Tell us about those.
Oh, it's great.
You know what? We talked about them. I had them a long time ago. I had them when they first came out.
And now they're
I
out
haven't had them
again.
since.
Now they're back out, yes.
They're back.
I mean, his fat ass was eating them the other day. He's the one that brought that
I never
up.
denied it.
But that's the thing. I didn't eat it the other day. Yes, I enjoyed talking about it. I was food.
You shouldn't. Well, I needed someone to confide in, and you're a guy that can relate to pizza dunking it in butter.
I know that garlic butter. Oh, my God.
Confide in.
Now, would you say that your food conversations with Scott are over, or you continue to have them?
No.
What? You continue? They're not over.
No, not over. He's going to tell you what I say anyways. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
You know what? He says he wanted somebody to confide in, so then he brings it up. Well,
I'm not
confiding in someone means you're not going to talk about it with other people. But I don't have that choice with you people anymore.
Oh, us people.
So he ratted you out after he had sworn secrecy about these food conversations.
Secrecy, but there's stuff that we talk about that you
Do
just don't expect it to be passed on to other people
Do you
again.
feel-
I'm sorry,
do-
I'm a fat guy that likes food.
Do you understand how violated he feels right now?
Oh, he
Scott?
knows from violence.
Oh, dude.
He
He felt that your conversations about food were going to be completely kept between you and him, never to be discussed with outsiders, and now here we are talking about it on the air. Why? Because you brought it up earlier this morning off the air.
I didn't realize that food talk were like sacred documents. You can't talk about it.
You guys should start your own show.
Ice cream? Oh, boy.
It's going to be repeated. So if I talk about it, it's fair game.
Was there an understanding that your food, sex, little talk on the phone there was going to be kept just between you and Scott?
No, not at all.
So there was never that discussion?
No.
All right, then what do you want it about?
No, I pretty much assume it's something like
Oh,
you.
it's
If
an
I ask you not
assumption.
to talk about it, you're going to talk about it anyway.
There was an assumption that these conversations would be kept on the DL.
He should have
I'd
his own.
appreciate it if it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we talked about that's fine. Whatever.
It's a big deal. You like ice cream. What?
You,
That's
you
a
should
secret?
have your own segment, Food Talk with Gay.
You guys want to have a food conversation right now? We'll just all listen. Go ahead.
You're all freaks.
Wow.
Yes.
You are.
Okay.
But the dips are really good.
All right.
And you get 60 in a container. You don't have to eat 60 at a time. The serving is 26.
Well, now that you're working overtime, you can just pile them on the bed, get naked, and roll around in them. How about that?
Yeah, you know what? I don't do that.
It's a waste.
The fact that he had to deny that, Terry, makes it obviously a closer situation of happening than I even
No,
thought.
because you make it sound like I do all these nasty fat things just because I'm a fat pig. You know what? No, it's not.
No, but you do all the nasty gay things because you're gay,
geez.
right?
You didn't. You see, you love saying about how we're calling you a fat pig. I don't remember ever saying that, Terry. But he could have done something about that. I'm not going to go through it again, as I always say, Terry.
Well, I know
But
we're not going to.
He was on the road to going to do something about that.
Yes.
He had lost what? 15% of his body weight.
Yeah.
He had lost 15% of his body weight in a month.
I know.
And it's all over now.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's lazy, and there's no other reason, no matter what he wants to say or how he wants to spin.
Exactly, and you're going to put it any way you want.
I don't have to. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. You're a lazy bonbon eater.
It has nothing to do with how I felt about the situation or how I felt it was.
So it had nothing to do with you being lazy?
No, not at all.
Right.
Because I did everything he wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that you're the only one who believes in this world that it had nothing to do with you being lazy, that doesn't mean anything to you.
I'm not the only one that believes that.
Well, just the people who are lying
First
to
of
you.
all, it's the truth. It's not because I'm lazy.
And the Dr. Tony letter that he wrote to us and to you made no impact on you, saying that you could start over again, that most people fail in their first attempt at dieting, that...
no, it made an impact, and I read it, and I thought about it, and I
went right to bonbons.
Any way that I can go back and not be treated the way I was before. And the thing is, you think I should just take whatever this guy does and just accept it because he's willing to help me.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not the case.
Gay spun this guy into being a monster just like he has his dad, Terry, which I don't believe anymore.
I didn't spin him into being a monster. I didn't spin him into being a monster.
If it gives you the rationalization for not showing up, then that's all you need.
Exactly, and that's how you're going to play this out, so it doesn't matter if
That's the way it is. Bonbons will never be a monster to you. They'll never talk back to you. They'll never make you do a sit-up. It's a lot easier.
But if you don't want people to think you're lazy, there are other trainers you could go to, right?
Yeah, that I would have to pay for. And I can't afford that.
Yeah, the monster gave him free training. You got to remember that. The monster
And
cooked his meals and gave him massages on his sciatic nerve at his leg, Terry, 2 times a week.
Him a monster. I never called him a monster. So
Well,
don't put those words in my mouth.
That's basically
Don't
what
make
you're
it sound
saying.
like I'm saying the nasty thing.
All right, dude. Sounds
You're
like
an ass.
sounds like you're where you want to be, and that's fine.
Here he comes.
Jeez. Steven does to Campbell every day when he gets home.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's the whole. He's got an excuse for everything. It's free to put your little tennis shoes on and walk around the block. You know, you don't need a trainer or people to make your food to be healthier.
Well, he
You do
did.
crunches
but
yourself,
that's
too,
beside
by the
point.
way.
Anyhow, whatever, dude. All right.
Have a good day. Bye.
All right, bye. Terry, I'm sorry I spent this, even though that wasn't the longest conversation we've ever had with him.
Right.
It was too long, and I apologize again because I told you I wouldn't address that again.
Yeah, you did.
And this now is officially the last time we talk about that.
Okay.
I swear, because I'm even getting nauseated more and more.
Right.
What else is going on, please?
Here's something interesting about the Hiltons. According to a couple of tabloid-type websites out there, they're saying that Paris Hilton's parents...
Well, let me just tell you this before I move on.
I thought you were done.
I am
Something on
done.
your mind.
I am done. I swear.
No,
I just
you're
want to put
not.
a final word to this.
Okay.
I want to put a final word to this.
Okay.
I am more disappointed than ever in this guy. Gay phone operator, Terry?
Yes.
Because I had always given him the benefit of the doubt, always thinking, it was genetics, it was stuff
Right.
that he couldn't help. I always was on his side, and that's now completely changed. I got to be honest with you. My perspective of him has completely changed over the past 2 months.
Right.
From being a guy who was supportive of him, telling people, the guy has no options, he could never do anything about it. He had the key.
Yes, I know.
And he just chucked it down the drain, Terry.
He ate it.
So my feeling on him has honestly, I can't lie, has absolutely changed. I've lost a lot of, yes, believe it or not, respect that I've had for him. It's all gone. I can't even have a conversation with him off the air like I used to anymore because I don't feel the same way about him anymore.
Right.
I can't lie about it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And maybe that's a tough truth for him to hear. Maybe he doesn't care. I don't know how he's going to take that, but that's the reality.
Right.
I know the way the situation went down. No matter how he wants to spin it, I know the truth to it. Yeah, I'm not saying it's all completely one-sided on the trainer's side and all that. I'm sure there was maybe a little hard, rough work that they made him go through, but that's the way it had to be, and it was working. And he had lost 50% of his body weight, Terry. And he just didn't want to do it anymore, and to me, that's inexcusable. So my perspective has absolutely changed on him. I don't know if it'll ever change back. Hopefully it will. I doubt it. And we moved on. And I'll never talk about it again.
Okay.
All right. Just wanted to put a cap on it, Terry.
All right. What a fine cap.
Thank you so much.
But when you order this pizza, they're slices, and they give you 3 different sauces. One's ranch, one's butter, garlic. Oh, it's so good.
And all that kind of talk is, I'm sure, part of the addiction.
I bring it up to him because I kind of wanted to see where he was with the whole food thing, to see if he was back with the, where he was at the beginning. And he was.
He was.
I thought maybe he'd say, well, I'm trying not to eat that kind of stuff,
Right.
No.
No, I have no doubt that he's back. Because that's where he wanted to be.
Yep.
And he never wanted anything else but this. So don't feel sorry for the man.
Oh, I don't think anybody does.
I will never feel sorry for him again.
Right. And I think that's what angers him is because he, of course, is blaming you because he claims that, you were never supportive of me.
And I understand that he feels that way. And our relationship has been forever strained now. It can't help. But our friendship, any friendship that we had, is now pretty much over.
Right.
Because he doesn't feel comfortable talking to me anymore on the air. You can tell I don't feel comfortable talking to him on or off the air anymore. And that's just the way it's going to be now.
Right.
So that's unfortunate. I feel bad about it, but it's the reality.
No more bear poker at your house?
No more bear poker at my house. I even bought the special table and the special chips.
Right.
But those days are over.
Barbecue style? Barbecue style poker chips?
How about ranch? Anyway.
But no, I understand.
It is tough to watch a friend of yours just not care. And,
right.
It's tough.
So you have to just finally give up hope.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to just be completely frustrated in my perspective on this, and I cannot continue to do that.
Right.
There's only so much frustration a person could take.
That's true.
As a friend, I find myself absolutely, utterly frustrated, and now I either have to move on and forget about it, which I've chosen to do, obviously, starting now.
Okay.
Believe me, that's it.
All right.
And if this ultimately brings about the end, more or less, of the relationship between Gay Phone Operator and this show, then that's what it has to be.
No GPO on the license plate anymore?
I don't know how what conversations we can talk about on the air. We'll have to wait and see as time passes.
All right.
What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening, please?
I was telling you about the Hiltons and how Paris Hilton's parents are supposedly very excited about her upcoming nuptials with this Greek shipping heir, Paris Latsis. Apparently because he is going to inherit a huge fortune, and the Hiltons themselves supposedly aren't as rich as everybody thinks they are. Because there's so many Hiltons out there in line to inherit the Hilton
They're all
fortune.
deadbeats.
Well, supposedly
they're all like Paris, except they're not as hot and they don't have TV success.
But you know what? Paris made like $10 million last year.
And she needed every penny of it.
Yeah, she needed every penny of it.
She's only in line for like
couple
maybe
million.
And that's not enough to retire and live the lifestyle that she's accustomed to living
being
in.
The jet setter that they are. Right.
So she needs every penny of that $10 million and then some.
Yeah.
Obviously, the then some comes in the form of a Greek tycoon.
And, of course, they say that she's the only one who's really actually making her own money.
Right.
So, I mean, $10 million, that's not bad for her last year, I guess, right?
Well, I would have actually thought she made more than that. Considering the success of the TV show that's now been a few seasons on Fox. What was it, its second or third season last year?
I think the third, yeah.
Third, right?
The third season. It's been a rating success. She should have got, with that and all the other stuff she does, she should have got more than $10 million. She has a bad agent. What else?
Well, the movie Napoleon Dynamite is going to be receiving the Best movie from MTV Movie Awards that's upcoming.
You just spoiled the Thursday broadcast.
Why should we watch it now?
Why would you watch it anyway?
That's a good point.
It won Best Movie?
Yes, it did.
Well, didn't Napoleon Dynamite come out like a year, and didn't I see that a year and a half ago?
I think so, yeah.
They're always kind of late on the movies in the MTV Movie Awards. Is that it?
Wasn't it last summer?
Was it last summer?
I think so.
It seemed like a long time ago for it to be in this year's MTV Movie Awards, but it wins Best Movie.
It does,
It absolutely should, Terry. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's pretty hilarious.
It goes Napoleon Dynamite, Godfather, then Casablanca.
Wow. Really? Your top 5.
No.
And the star John Heder, I believe is how you pronounce his name, he picked up 2 awards, Breakthrough Male Performance and Best Musical Performance for his little dance at the end of the movie there.
It's the greatest, it's a sweet freaking dance for Vote for Pedro dance.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess when he went up to accept the award, he thanked Michael Jackson, John Travolta, and Justin Timberlake for inspiring him to dance.
Yes.
So
June 11th, 04.
Look forward to that.
What? What's June 11th?
That's when it opened last year.
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
So it's been almost exactly 1 full year.
That's correct.
Since the greatest movie of all time opened. I mean, think about... I was thinking to myself, this guy can't make another movie unless it's going to be a Napoleon Dynamite movie. It's not like... Because when I saw him on Punk'd, he said somewhere along the way in being Punk'd that he had moved out to Hollywood. I'm thinking, why did the guy move to Hollywood? What is he going to get? Like another acting role? He's Napoleon Dynamite. He's not going to star in some other movie now. Right. But he can continue to make Napoleon Dynamite movies. There could be like a never-ending stream of these movies.
Sure.
And he can just live off that. Because, honestly, when you think about all the paraphernalia, all the merchandise that Napoleon Dynamite, the movie, is putting out there, he's probably richer than Paris Hilton right now.
Right. It's everywhere.
I mean, who doesn't have at least a shirt or something Napoleon Dynamite related? Right. My wife wears the "Would you like to taste my tots" shirt or something like that. Are you eating those tots? Pretty nasty, especially when she makes me wear it. Mm-hmm.
So what's the answer?
The answer is always... Yes! Napoleon Dynamite, the point, Terry, is a cash cow.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure this John Heder, is that his name?
Yeah.
John Heder, whatever his freaking name is. He's rolling in it.
Oh, I'm sure.
If he has a good agent, because he should be getting a good percentage of that merchandise. I mean, you go down the stores of any Target or whatever, and you're seeing Napoleon Dynamite tents and Napoleon Dynamite book bags. And
right.
I was looking at comforters last night.
Were you?
$59.99.
Hotshot ready to start his life anew with his wife next month. No better way to get the marriage started than in your Napoleon Dynamite bedspread.
They come in blue or pink.
That'll look great in the house.
Didn't your fiance have her big bachelorette party this weekend?
Big bachelorette party.
Wasn't this an effort to get even for your bachelor party a couple of weeks ago?
It was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did she make good on getting
Yeah.
even?
All the strippers were hot.
Yes. Wow. Hotshot said, "What are you going to do tonight?" She said, "Whatever I feel like doing." Gosh.
I think she had a good time. Picked her up at 1:45.
Really?
Wow.
She caught herself a delicious bass?
She did, yeah.
Oh, good.
Your mom goes to college.
Did you ever see Napoleon Dynamite, Terry?
Yes, I have it at my
Do you even know
house.
what we're talking about?
I have it at my house.
All right. Do you have it at your house?
Yes, and I watched it.
Oh, well, that's
You did.
And you watched it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, what made you do that?
Jeez, you guys talking about it? Oh,
All right.
yeah, it was good.
Well, there you go. It was good? That's it? That's where it
Well,
is?
sure. I mean, I don't
That's
think
your
that I'm
comment
gonna,
on it? That's good.
I don't think I'm
Terry,
gonna
it's
get
the
into-
greatest movie of all time.
Sorry, the greatest movie of all time.
Thank you so much.
I've met one couple that said they didn't like it. I think it just was appalling.
Yeah, some people out there don't like it.
Like, they don't think it's funny.
They don't think it's funny. Can you believe that?
Take it too serious.
You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I think you're being a little rough on gay.
Rash?
Oh, rough,
I don't
think.
Oh, rough.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rough or a rash on gay.
No,
Boy,
definitely
imagine
not
if
a
you
rash.
were a rash.
Well, I think that you're saying that you want to be have a total conditional relationship with
Oh,
him.
jeez. Easy now.
Only
Phrase
if
this
he's on
wisely.
his diet.
What's that now?
It sounds like you just want to have a conditional relationship. As long as he's on his diet, you guys will be
It's not a conditional relationship, but I can't stand by and watch the guy just put his life in jeopardy. It was just 2 months ago. He was rushed to the hospital with congenital heart failure at 35 years of age.
Yeah,
All right, that's not the wake-up call to get you to move your ass, put it in gear, then what is?
Well, I think being supportive and just kind of keep reiterating and saying, you know, you need to do this, you need to do this. But
there comes a point where
turning your back on someone is not a good friendship. I mean, you're calling them family.
He is part of the dysfunctional family, and maybe we should realize what that means more than ever now, Terry.
Yeah, definitely he fits in, that's for sure.
Hey, I'm not saying that we're never going to talk to the guy again. I'm not saying we're not accepting his calls. I'm not saying that that we are not allowing him to come to the studio or be a friend in whatever capacity that friendship can now move on to. But you got to understand that the dude is basically killing himself, like we all are, I guess. So what's the point? And we just have tried and tried to figure out ways, and this kind of magical situation fell into his lap, and it was working, and whatever.
There was one element missing to it, though.
What's that? Steven's a
dickhead? Behavioral modification, why he turns to food each time.
All right, because he likes it. It tastes good.
There's a mental thing that goes along with it.
Thank you, Dr. Freud.
Okay.
Okay, take care. No more calls on that, please.
All right.
Ever?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm serious.
Come on.
I've never had Pasty or any producer we've had screen calls, Terry, and shoo people away. I've always said whatever anyone wants to talk about is fair game. Those days are over.
It's screening time.
That's right.
No gay comments.
When it comes to anything related to diet.
Oh, okay.
Or lack thereof. All right?
Remember, we weren't supportive enough.
Right.
I'm just in there going, what? Let's see, we offered surgery.
For
30
years.
Yeah, years and years of that.
For years and years.
Right, right.
There comes a point where enough is enough.
Yes.
The example I use when Eddie Van Halen got tongue cancer and had part of his tongue removed and then continued to smoke after the surgery, and his wife left him. I'm going to sit here and watch you kill yourself.
Valerie Bertinelli?
Yeah, and if you don't care, why should I care, you know?
That's why she left him?
Yep.
He had part of his tongue removed. Okay, there's a great analogy.
Tongue cancer.
Yes. From years of smoking? Smoking what?
Marlboro Reds, baby.
All right.
Straight out the back.
He got tongue cancer.
Ugh.
Well, he was just the guitar guy, so it didn't matter. And did he ever sing on any of the songs? Okay. And had to get part of his tongue removed. And he kept on smoking.
Yep.
Boy, this tastes good. I can't breathe, but it's awesome.
Can't believe I got to 5 minutes without one of these.
Jesus. Like, what more do you have to see in order to quit smoking? It's
is.
And when you go to the hospital for, congestive heart failure at 35.
Yeah.
And that's why Valerie Bertinelli left him.
Yep.
Well, I am now Valerie Bertinelli of the radio, too.
Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah, thank you.
You're walking out?
You want to taste my tots, Terry?
The T-Man.
As teen girls get older, they skip breakfast more and set them up for weight gain later on. And the study says that behavior could predispose the girls to diet.
I didn't even hear what you said. What?
You did hear teen girls
You
part.
did, and then we didn't hear anything else.
As teen girls get older, they skip breakfast more, and that could set them up for weight gain
I heard
later
again.
on.
Yeah.
A new study says that behavior could predispose the girls to diets that are low in calcium and fiber.
Wow, you hear that, Terry? Did she say that I hear what she said right? That'll set you up for weight gain later on. You think you're dieting, you think you're doing something effective to keep your weight down,
right?
And yet what you're doing is hurting your chances for being a fine, lovely, bodied woman in the future.
Right.
And that's what you want to be, lovely bodied. That's the goal.
And sabotage weight loss later on. Girls who did not eat breakfast regularly had a higher body mass. Researchers say not eating breakfast...
That was sunshine.
Come on.
All right, you get the point. What else is going on here, Terry? What else is happening in our
Here's a little
world?
interesting nugget for you.
Nugget?
Yeah.
All right.
With hot mustard.
Okay.
Easy. Osama bin Laden's niece, Waffa Bin Laden, is trying to launch a pop music career.
Is that right?
Yes, she is.
What's her name? Waffa Bin Laden?
Waffa Bin Laden.
Yeah.
And actually, I've seen her, and she's very, very pretty.
Oh, jeez. She's the bomb.
Okay, anyway, By the way, she is going to change her name.
She's not going to go with Waffa Bin Laden?
No, well, no, not with Bin Laden, definitely not.
I don't know. The name packs a pretty big wallop, Terry, let's be honest.
Yeah, it does.
And that's what it's about in the music world, name recognition, right?
Sure, but...
If she wants to launch a pop career, you may want to go with Waffa Bin Laden. Although, many out there, and this is something that may need to be discussed, Terry, can you morally, and with an open mind, can you morally go out there and buy her album and not feel as though you're supporting the wrong cause, if you will?
If it's good.
Well...
Or should you feel, hey, it's not her fault that she's his niece, and with that open mind, then make the decision, yes, she's talented, I'm buying her album, and she's hot! Or even a more interesting question. If she's willing, do you have sex with Waffa Bin Laden, Terry?
Wow!
Would that be the weirdest hookup in the world?
Top 5, yeah.
Her first single, Help Me Find My Uncle.
Wow.
This is a true story. You're not making this up.
And I saw her actually interviewed, and I can't remember who it was by. But
and she's hot.
She's very pretty, yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Talking about her.
Seriously, is that the weirdest hookup in the world if you're having sex with Waffa Bin Laden?
It's pretty weird.
Do you have sex? Because it's the weirdest hookup in the world. Do you have sex with Waffa Bin Laden? Let's say you're out, you're at a club, she's performing that night, she wants to take you home.
Wow.
Do you have sex with Waffa Bin Laden knowing that her uncle's Osama Bin Laden?
No question.
You do?
No question about it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Then I scroll through her phone to find Osama's number so I can go get him and give him $10 million.
Uncle O.
Sure, it's in her cell phone.
Uncle O.
Cave number 4.
But you know you have a million thoughts. At least I do during sex. I have a million thoughts always running through my head. Terry, don't ask me what they are. They'll make me cry.
Okay.
Every guy, I imagine, has a million thoughts running through his head when he's having sex, Terry. What are the thoughts you're having when you're having sex with Waffa Bin Laden? I mean, can you spank her and not want to make it hurt a little extra more for yeah, this is a serious situation, obviously. Can you're telling me you can just that simply have sex with Waffa Bin Laden?
Yes.
I don't know, Terry. I think her pop career is going to be a difficult one, no matter. And
even if she changes her name?
Well, that even more, because that obviously means she's well aware and she's trying to hide herself, and no one wants to buy into that. And that may work against her even more. If I was her promoter, Terry, if I was her managers, would say, go with Waffa Bin Laden. Let everyone know that, yes, you're his niece, but you don't stand by, obviously, what happened here. And you are your own woman with your own career. But if she's in hiding with some fake name, Terry, it's not going to work.
But everybody will know the fake name, so what's the
point? She has a better chance opening up a Waffle House and serving breakfast.
Right.
Making that work, Terry.
She could change it to Gwen Stefani. We'd never know.
Right.
We've been fooled all these years. Don't speak. Anyhow, I am not sure.
Definitely going to be interesting to see how she does.
She's hot, according to her.
Well, yeah, and
Payson just printed me out. Is this her?
She's living in New York.
Check out those Twin Towers.
Yeah.
That's not right. She's 27, Terry.
Oh.
That's too old to be a pop star. It's over.
She's
Too old to
done.
be anything, really.
It's Mr. Chance.
If you're not already doing it, you're done.
Tough to look for a career at 27.
And I don't know.
She's been busy, you know.
I don't know if hot really applies here, Terry.
I didn't say I said she's very pretty.
Marginally pretty, at least from the picture I'm looking at. And when your uncle's Osama Bin Laden, chances limited unless you are just like the hottest, and you are like way, way good at what you're doing musically. Then maybe you have a shot.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I don't think she's going to be opening for Toby Keith. Let's just put it that way.
Probably not.
All right?
They may not get along.
I don't think they're going to get along, Terry.
No, probably not.
And yes, that's unfortunate because she's her own woman, and she may never have even met Osama Bin Laden. I'm sure the chances are very strong that she's never come close to meeting her uncle. But she's the niece, Terry.
Yeah, she is.
And that's a little bit of a strike against you in people's eyes.
Say so.
Vinny the Pooh, you hooking up with Waffa Bin Laden?
I don't know. Can I see the picture real quick?
Well, just I want you to go on the thought, before I show you the picture, the thought of Osama Bin Laden's niece. She's out there. Yes, maybe at times we forget that there's extended family. This is pretty immediate family, and more than it's extended, Terry, but it's Somewhere in the middle, let's just put it that way. And she wants a life of her own. She wants people to have an open mind with her musical career, and she wants people to realize she's talented and buy her albums. But screw all that. Are you screwing her or not?
I think I would.
Really?
I'd keep my eye on her. But I think
One eye open.
Wait, why is she underneath my car?
Yeah.
What's she putting under there?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Vinny would love her and leave her, so she'd probably want to bomb his car.
I mean, yeah, do you feel a little concerned about screwing her and then never calling her again?
I think you're calling.
Okay.
I think you're probably calling her a few times.
I think this one you may want to call back.
Yeah. At least make it good for, a month or so.
Right. Let her down easy.
Yeah.
We're cool, right?
You don't want an explosive breakup.
Right. Nah,
Definitely not.
Here you go, honey. I bought you a plane ticket. I'm cool. I'll take a pass. I'm just going to drive, if you don't mind.
But you're totally fine with hooking up with Waffa Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Waffa.
Waffa.
It's not every day you can hook up with a woman named Waffa, Terry.
No, that's true.
Thank you for the confirmation. Now you can see the picture there, Vinny the Pooh. You're the pooiest poo, and it's not every day you can hook up with the pooiest poo, so you guys are on the same page there. How you doing there? What do you think?
It's all right.
You're a little bit let down, aren't you?
A little bit.
Terry built her up too much.
I just said she was very
Terry,
pretty.
if I had a penny,
She's not ugly, but I wouldn't say...
if I had a nickel for every time somebody built up a Waffa and then I was completely let down, I'd have one nickel. Your thoughts, Vinny the Pooh?
Maybe with whipped cream and strawberries.
I still would.
He's still doing her.
Yeah, but she's Waffa Bin Laden.
Yeah.
And with her being marginally good-looking and being Waffa Bin Laden, you're still hooking it up?
Still hooking it up.
Really?
But like I said, one eye open. Always.
Wow. It's very interesting. Sex with one eye closed and one eye opened. It's got to be fascinating.
Try it tonight.
Let me just simulate one eye open sex right now. This is too weird.
Hey, you look like Popeye.
Give me a can of spinach. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may have heard, we played the cue to call. You know that cue to call, Terry?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very popular little 15-second little clip there.
Sure it is.
It enables people to get themselves to Summerjam free of charge.
Woo-hoo.
Even though Summerjam this year worth every single penny and then some, it has been over the past years, but the ticket prices have been gotten over the top over the past years, and I've said that to many of the people around here for years. And finally, the T-Man's impact has made it so the ticket prices are under $50 this year. Not much under $50.
Right, but it's under.
But technically under $50.
Your work paid off.
Now, I'm inviting Waffa Bin Laden to Summerjam, Terry.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Have I mentioned that? I'm going to make those calls later today.
Okay. I want to hear
You should
that.
hear her. I bet she could do good. Talented singer.
Should we add her to the Summerjam lineup?
I think we should.
Make her the headliner.
That'd be funny.
To ensure Stephen won't go.
Stephen, would you now change your mind on Summerjam if we added Waffa Bin Laden to the lineup?
That'd definitely be interesting.
That's not answering the question.
No, I think
Stephen Kilbreth, for many years, has been a patron. He has frequented Summerjam in his khaki shorts and his mandals. And his 3 times a year gelled hair. This was one of those occasions he would gel up for.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I'm a big geller.
Yeah, he is.
He realizes that Summerjam is the Super Bowl for Cube 93, and he gels the hair for the occasion. Mm-hmm. Now, I ask you, as a man, let's say, I don't know if you're planning to go this year. I'm assuming you are. Let's say you are.
Okay.
Or is there a Storm game that day?
During the day, but I mean, I can get over there in time for the concert.
Okay. Now, so he'll do the dual shift of Storm game action.
Shift.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
And Summerjam, Terry.
Arriba.
Realizing how much he wants to be over there because he fits in so well. Now, Steven, if I told you that Waffa Bin Laden, hot new act, has been added to the Summerjam lineup, would it change your feeling on whether you were going or not?
It may change it a touch, but I mean, I think if I were there and she was performing, I would turn my back.
You would
On
turn
her and
your
her
back.
family, yes.
Jeez.
Really? I would still listen.
Yeah.
Steven would be
Or
in
I'd
the
put my
crowd with
boot
her.
in her ass. It's the American way.
We're going to lynch us an Arab today.
Let me tell you something. Nothing is more painful, I'm sure, Terry, than a mandel in the ass. People are calling in right now to try to win tickets to Summerjam, Terry.
Oh, boy.
With the lineup that may or may not include Waffa Bin Laden.
Okay.
Steven's laughing because he thinks I'm joking. I can get on the phone,
I
make
know
that
you
call,
can. That's why I'm laughing.
And she would be a part of the lineup, Steven. Now, whether I go ahead and make that call, I don't know. I probably won't even remember I said this at 10 o'clock. So unless someone reminds me, I probably won't make that call.
She'll say, well, I need some comp tickets for my uncle.
Mm-hmm. That'd be quite the addition to Summerjam.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
You're on the air.
Hi. Can I win tickets?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't like it. Thanks for the call. So the answer's no. I'm sorry.
Well, you can.
You
later.
can, yes, at some point.
Yeah, sometime.
She doesn't sound ready. Doesn't sound ready. Her phone was up.
Yeah.
Can I win tickets?
You got a weird voice.
Shut it.
Wow.
You're on the air.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like the type you want added to the Summerjam crowd. Yes.
Tickets?
Huh?
Did I get the tickets?
It's not the way to start off the call, Terry.
I know that. When will these people learn?
All I have to do is just, hey, how you doing, guys?
Right.
Or something to that effect. Tell me more about this mantle in the ass, T-Man. You're on the air.
Or I have double D's.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Is T-Man?
Yes, hi.
Hi, I want some tickets.
Whoa.
And I want to tell you why I want the tickets, though. Me and my best friend are going to get implants on Friday,
Just the
and
right
we
sound.
just ordered new Victoria's Secret swimsuits, and we want to wear them.
Wow.
That's going to be tough to beat.
You going
Yeah,
for?
Is there a pool there now?
You going for her and her implants?
Yes.
You going for her and her implant procedures on Friday? You said.
We're going to get them on Friday, yeah.
You're going. They go as groups now, Terry. They
I
go as
guess so.
package deals.
I mean, he's holding hands as they both go into surgery? What?
It used to be the bathroom, now it's implants.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back.
Powder your nose has a whole new definition these days. Because you can be in and out in a couple hours, almost as long as women go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Who are you? What's your name?
Sade.
Sade?
Oh.
Easy.
Did I hear that right? Your name is Sade? Hello?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh. And what time's your surgery scheduled for on Friday?
It's at 2 o'clock.
What time do you need me to pick you up?
Sorry?
2 o'clock, which means you're home by what time?
I don't know. Probably like 5 or 6. I don't know how long it's going to take.
Does that mean you're in for the weekend or are you going out?
No, I have to be in for the weekend.
You have to be in for the weekend.
Yeah.
Bummer.
To recover, recuperate.
Yep.
Your new big breasts. Don't want to damage them fresh out of the box. How big are you going to go?
I'm just, I wanted to do like just a full C, but it's probably going to end up like a D.
D?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, how big is she? I mean, what's her...
Sounds kind of dainty, Terry.
Well, she does, but, you know.
6'3".
I mean, is she really that dainty?
How tall are you? What do you weigh?
I'm 5'5.5", and I weigh 135.
You better go at least D, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many cc's?
I don't want you to have that feeling filled with regret after your surgery's over and then this obsession with having to go back in.
No, I'm not going to have to go back. It's going to be perfect.
Even people like the Bachelor, Terry.
Yeah, isn't she going back under?
Hers were huge,
Yeah.
and she still doesn't feel like they're big enough.
Right.
Because unless everyone in the world is staring at you,
Yeah, they're not
you
big
feel
enough.
like you didn't get your money's worth.
Right,
No,
right.
I
You
don't
just
even wear them
blend
that
in.
big, so.
You say that now, okay? You say that now because you're scared of the overwhelming procedure or what you think is an overwhelming procedure of breast augmentation. But once the swelling goes down, you may be filled with regret that you didn't go bigger. So I'm saying, double D, don't look back! But of course, I'll leave it to your decision. Anyhow, sound like a nice enough lady, Terry.
She does.
She's going through a traumatic time and going under the knife on Friday.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't we reward her with Summerjam tickets?
Right, she said all the right things.
Yes. Has to go into surgery, Terry,
Yes.
Born with an affliction of small boobs.
on
Oh, my
Friday
gosh.
to correct her deformity.
Deformity.
Why shouldn't we give you Summerjam tickets? And you're going to give the other ticket to your friend who's also going in for surgery?
Yeah, I sure am.
I think they're a welcome addition to the crowd at Summerjam, Terry.
They'll fit in just fine.
Yes. Nothing like a white girl named Sade. All right, hang on. You're a white girl?
No.
You're not? You're black?
I'm mixed with a lot of stuff.
Nothing like a mix with a lot of stuff girl named Sade, Terry. How old are you, Sade?
I'm 20.
20 years old, Terry.
Wow.
And she's officially at Summerjam.
Hey.
It's going to be a good week for you, Sade.
Huh?
It's a good week for you already. Winning tickets, surgery on Friday.
Wow.
How do you top this?
This is the best. It's gonna be the best summer ever.
Well,
It is.
peaking at 20.
Yeah.
It's a terrific thing. Hang on, Sade.
Enjoy the next 60 years.
To, I know.
She's mixed with a lot of things, Terry.
Wow.
She's just a blender of...
Stuff.
Yes. A blender of ethnicity, yes. What do you have in you?
I am Puerto Rican, Black, Italian, French Creole, and Indian.
Okay, if that doesn't get you over to Ticketmaster today to buy your Summerjam tickets to see her with her new, fresh-out-of-the-box breast, Terry.
Oh,
Don't forget to
yeah.
cut the tag off.
Nothing like those. Nothing like those French, Black, Creole, whatever breasts hanging out there at Summerjam, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh out of the box. Hang on, you're a winner.
Thank
We're going to put you on with Pasty Dave, who's going to give you details about your Summerjam tickets.
Okay.
All right. There she goes.
Directions to his place where you pick him up.
Sade. What's up, girl?
Just gross.
What you do?
Just gross.
Quit saying girl, please.
What's up, girl?
Jeez.
I had to turn up his mic, Terry. Just beyond gross. Sade.
What's up, girl?
I'm telling you again, Terry. People out there hanging around thinking they're going to win Summerjam tickets. Obviously, for some people, it's just not in the cards. You
Right.
better get your tickets to Ticketmaster before this deal is sold out.
Yep.
What's the Ticketmaster number? So I'm doing my duty so that so that people won't get mad once the sold out sign goes up on the ticket window there, Terry. What's the Ticketmaster number?
206-628-0888.
Wow, how about Hotshot pulling that over?
Nice job, Terry.
Right. Or Ticketmaster.com.
Well, I want to get the right number out there, so
I don't know it. So.
206-628-0888.
Correct.
Sade might be worth the price of admission alone. That and Waffa Bin Laden, Terry.
Oh, that's a big day.
Come on.
The T-Man.
You know we do. You're on the air.
What's up, man?
How are you, sir?
I'm not bad. I wanted to talk about this Waffa chick that's trying to make a career here.
Waffa Bin Laden?
Yeah.
Yes, we were talking about that in the last segment for those just tuning in. Waffa Bin Laden, yes.
Yeah,
It's not a coincidental last name. She is the niece of one Osama Bin Laden. Terry, maybe you've heard of him?
Yeah.
She's trying to make a pop career for herself in the musical industry. Kind of a bold move, if you will. I know perhaps she probably dreads the fact that that's her uncle, but still, Terry, it's her uncle.
Yes.
You gotta realize being a pop star may not be for you when your uncle's Osama Bin Laden. I don't care how good you sing.
I know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we need to kidnap that bitch.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you got a plan. Go ahead.
Have a good time.
Not going to stop them.
Make Osama come out of hiding.
Yeah, but there's a million Bin Ladens. I mean, one's not going to do it.
So you're, yeah, there's a pretty extended family there, so.
And he may not care about his family, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. But you're one who wouldn't buy the album, is that right, sir? Even if it was like the greatest musical little situation you've heard in years? Let's say she's like Christina Aguilera and Gwen Stefani, if you like these types, all rolled up into one. I happen to like Gwen Stefani a lot, Terry.
Yeah.
Always have. Let's say, of all the female acts, she's got it, Sierra, whoever you like. She's got it all rolled up into one and then some. Would you buy it, or just on principle you wouldn't buy her album?
I might be tempted.
You might be tempted. Would you have sex with her?
I don't think I'd buy it. Maybe I'd download it or something.
Because she's decent looking, maybe a little bit better than decent, pretty good looking. I'd say like a nice daddy done good. Maybe on a good day, a daddy should have his penis bronzed. Do you have sex with this woman if she makes it available?
Oh, I don't know.
That's why you're kidnapping her.
Yeah, that's
Call us back when you know. Because Hotshot said, without even really thinking about it, he would. And I, honestly, Terry, I'm a very open-minded guy.
Right.
I'm a very liberal guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
And yet I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it! Just for the same reason that I couldn't have sex with, like, Charles Manson's niece.
Oh, that I would love.
All right?
Oh.
For the same reason that I couldn't have sex with Jeffrey Dahmer's niece.
Yeah.
I couldn't have sex with Osama bin Laden's niece. And yes, there's that thought of putting it up the anal moon and making her pay, you know, but I mean, if you're going to ransack the Steiner, maybe, but I couldn't make
Bring
it happen.
yourself to it.
Couldn't do it there. It's just too weird,
Yeah.
weird. And Hotshot and Vinny the Pooh back here making it seem like it'd be pretty simple for them. I don't think they know what they're talking about. I think people just don't realize that hypotheticals are easy to talk about, but you have to actually visualize when push comes to shove, the moment. And you can have no problem having sex with Osama bin Laden's niece.
None.
No problem.
None.
You'd ransack the Steiner, though.
I would try, yes.
No, just.
Wow.
You know, I mean, somewhere out there, Gary Ridgway has a niece that somebody's dating, probably. You know, I mean, he's a wacko.
That person probably has no other options. Gary Ridgway, the most, notorious serial killer now on record. And obviously, a very sensitive issue here in the area. I'm sure he has family.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not as well chronicled as the last name Bin Laden.
Right.
A lot of Ridgways out there.
All right.
A little more able to forget that there may be a relationship there. But Waffa Bin Laden, tough to get out of your mind. You're having sex with her.
No problem.
All right.
Bring on Ridgway's niece, too.
Yeah.
Light him up.
Light him up. They'll knock him down. Ransack the Steiner.
Rip money off out of her wallet and head out.
I like that new term, by the way, Terry.
Ransack?
Ransack the Steiner.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't that a band?
Someone should name their band Ransack the Steiner. We'll buy all your albums.
Take you to Summerjam.
That's right.
Make that be your next racehorse's name.
Whatever, too many letters. Whatever, whatever local band wants to name themselves Ransack the Steiner, you have a place on the Summerjam stage.
All right.
Well, I'm going to start practicing after the show, so you better watch
Do
what
they
you
have to be
say.
any good?
Vinny the Pooh, could you have sex with Charles Manson? Do you know who Charles Manson is?
Yeah, the dude with swastika forehead.
Right, swastika forehead dude, right. Could you have sex with Charles Manson's niece?
She looked all right.
No, geez.
Now,
like in
Terry,
both
I
these
understand
situations.
that philosophy. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, just about every man does. If she looks
Right.
all right, you can. But this is different.
Yeah,
You
the
don't feel it.
connection.
You
Just
don't-
be on their good side.
There are very few. There are very few different situations like this, but this is one of them. This is one of them.
Just don't make her mad.
And listen to this, by the way, in relation to Waffa Bin Laden. It says here, next to her picture, I'm just reading now, Waffa Bin Laden is said to have a promising voice, but unfortunately for her, the London paparazzi, she's currently living in London, Terry, the London paparazzi have discovered her address and have been staking it out round the clock, making her afraid to leave her apartment. Although the would-be songstress denies ties to her infamous uncle, she mysteriously moved out of her $6,000 a month New York City apartment a few weeks before 9/11, before 9/11.
Wow.
All right? You gonna call that timing coincidental? Yeah, Waffa, you may want to move out.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, why? I love it here.
Yeah.
Trust me on this one.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Right.
All right? So do you need to hear more than that?
Wow.
She moved out a few weeks before 9/11 and relocated to London. Yeah, London's not far enough.
Right. Keep on going, honey.
You ever been to Greenland? How do you feel about that? It's nicest time of year.
We're taking that out, too.
We just bought a nice plot of land for you in the North Pole. Come on. I mean, I feel bad for her. She's in a tough spot, Terry.
She is, no
because
doubt.
she, as I said, there may be very well a strong chance that she despises him as much as anyone here. But, hey, that's...
Connection's always going to be there.
Connection's going to be there.
Yep, regardless.
And the talk is she's changing her name to try to get this pop career going. I think she's going to go with Waffa Hitler, Terry. It's still not going to work.
Yeah, that's even better. Huh?
All right?
Oh, man.
I don't think ransacking the Steiner is going to compensate for 3,000 people dying. One of them, a friend of mine.
Right, and she would
so
say,
maybe this
"She didn't
hits
kill
close.
anybody."
Yeah, she didn't kill anyone. Yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Yeah, really. We're just talking about the Steiner now, though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the popcorn. All right.
She's keeping the Bin Laden, though, when she changed her name. It's going to be Brittany Bin Laden.
Yeah. She just didn't like the Waffa.
Oh, well, then I'm in.
Yeah.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. This is an interesting subject matter as far as I'm concerned, though, and I would like to hear if anyone out there has opinions they would like to share on the career of Waffa Bin Laden.
Bomb Me Baby one more time is going to be a big hit.
Will it ever get underway? Or it will be stuck in the starting gate because people will just be unwilling to accept her as a new member of the pop world, Terry.
I'm a slave for you because I'm a woman?
Oh, jeez. You're on the air.
Hey, is this T-Man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm calling out of Stanwood. I was just calling that
Okay, we'll put you down for maybe.
Okay.
I hear, Terry, that she's being offered right now the Nicole Richie part and the Simple Life Part 4.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be Paris Hilton and Waffa Bin Laden.
Would you watch?
Go. I would watch. All right?
Oh, boy.
You going to have sex with Charles Manson's niece?
Sure. I would court her, I think, actually.
Court her?
Have those jeans.
What?
You take her out for a couple of dinners?
Yes.
Right. You being serious now? I'm trying to be serious here. I'm taking this as a very serious subject.
It'd be tough for me to be judgmental because my dad's in prison. So if my fiance was judgmental against
but your
people's family members, your
dad's in prison for something like a lot of guys could make them. Can I tell why your dad's in prison?
Yeah, sure.
He had sex with a 17-year-old girl or 16-year-old girl or something like that, right?
Inappropriate.
All right,
whatever.
It's not the same, dude. I mean, yeah, it's a crime. Mm-hmm. But it's not the crimes that we're talking about here.
Right, but a lot of people wouldn't want to be associated with someone whose parents are in prison.
Your dad didn't kill 19 people and eat them.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah,
Or at least I didn't read the case file, but I don't think so.
Why is it still in there? That's a good point.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
T-Man.
Yes.
She should just go by Waffa.
I think
Sharon or Madonna, just plain Waffa.
Now coming to the Summerjam stage.
Yes.
Waffa.
Okay.
Waffa. Yes, Waffa.
So you're open-minded, you're cool, you're good with her.
No, I'm not cool with Scott trying to do her. I don't think that. I think that's over the top. But
right, but if
make a name for herself, get rid of the Bin Laden, just call yourself Waffa.
all right,
you might be all good.
but if her CD is good and you want to play it in your car, you're not letting the fact that she's related to Osama Bin Laden stop you.
I won't buy her CD. I won't download it. I'll listen to it if Cube plays the shit out of it like they always do.
What'd you
But
say?
other than that, no,
say a
I'm
bad word?
not supporting the cause.
Oh, jeez. Did he say? Did I miss that?
Well,
What'd she say?
She said the S word.
Oh, jeez. How come I didn't catch that? Too busy looking at the picture here.
Yeah. Still reading about Waffa.
I mean, a few weeks before 9/11, Terry.
I know. That is very interesting.
Did you see that part? You didn't even bring that up. Look at that. That's part of the news of the story. Look at that. Now read it to us.
She mysteriously moved out of her $6,000 a month New York apartment a few weeks before 9/11.
Oh, I heard
then
that about that.
relocated to London.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
She moved out of Southeast Asia about a week before the tsunami, too, so.
I don't get it. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
There's no way. I don't care how good she looks, how good she sounds. There's no way people are going to be able to not associate her with her uncle.
And I think that's fair to say, and as unfair as it may be, Terry, that's just got to be the way it is for some people.
I know.
Well, and people
And
are
you
going to
can't blame people for feeling that way.
No, absolutely not.
And after they find out that she moved out, I mean, coincidence or not, that there's no way.
And I just got a really strong instinct that Charles Manson's niece, not that good looking.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
All right? I'm just picturing a female Charles Manson looking type.
Not good.
All right? All right.
But I still would.
Mm-hmm. I can see it on your face. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, it's my turn.
Can I have the picture back, please, Terry?
Sure.
Yes, go ahead.
Are you guys serious about this?
What do you mean? You think we're making the story up?
Well, no. I'm just saying, does she really think that she's going to make money?
Well, she
would like to give it a try.
would like to give it a shot, and she's hoping that the world will judge her with an open mind and buy or not buy her albums based on her talent and not any association with notorious people in the world?
I think she's just going to end up being a victim of horrible parodies.
So you're expecting a Weird Al Yankovic spoof on whatever song she puts out there?
I wouldn't sleep with Weird Al Yankovic's niece. No way.
He's changing his name to Waffa Al Yankovic.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
So you're not buying her album, it's pretty safe to say, right?
No.
Even if it's the greatest female act in the world, as far as talent is concerned, you're not having it.
No, I don't like her name.
Well,
Waffa. I mean, like, what is
That's
a
her
Waffa?
big problem with it?
Yeah,
Like,
not Bin Laden's okay, but Waffa.
The Bin Laden part is great.
Right.
It's fresh. It's original.
Right. I like
very catchy.
Brittany Bin Laden better.
Jeez. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. I think the fact that her last name's Bin Laden means the first thing she's going to do on stage in America is get shot.
Well, then she may not want to come.
And I think that it's a joke that all our people are overseas right now fighting this crap, and you guys are talking about having sex with this woman.
Well, I mean, she is going to be making a pop career happen.
How can you support anybody with the last name Bin Laden after what he did to us?
Who's saying we're supporting her, dude? We're just talking about it. We're discussing it.
Well, you can't honestly say that you'd have sex with that woman.
All right, we should suppress this conversation because we should never mention the name Bin Laden because it's offensive to the people fighting overseas, in your opinion.
It's not that. It's the fact that she's going to make a pop career and she needs to be shot with the rest of her whole family, man.
Just line up the entire family, any blood relation, and take them out one by one.
Line them up in a huge...
Say that word on the air. That one I caught, Terry.
Good job.
The F word to me stands out more than the S word.
Okay.
Well, we can tell you what he said that had to be dumped. He said he would like their entire family to be lined up in a tower and we drive an effing plane through it.
Yeah.
I don't mind that guy's passion for calling up and criticizing us for discussing this, but that's what we're talking about right now.
You just can't believe that.
Terry read the news story. I wouldn't have sex with her. Scott would.
Scott's all over.
I'm not really into persecuting people that didn't do anything. I mean, that's, I don't. For him to say that she should be shot,
it's a creepy feeling, dude.
Well, a creepy feeling is one thing, but to be killed, I mean, she didn't do anything. Everybody has a weird uncle. It's not her fault, man.
I felt creeped out about it before, and now when I'm reading this little tagline here about she had a $6,000 Manhattan apartment and moved out coincidentally 3 weeks or weeks before 9/11, adds to that creeped out feeling.
If she knew about 9/11, obviously that's not good. Terry would say,
but you would still do it probably.
If she knew about 9/11,
yeah.
It's not like she could have stopped it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing she can do about it. I mean,
she's got the red phone that says, "Hey, Unc, maybe you don't want to do this."
Well, maybe she could have stopped it by saying, "I'm not moving. I'm staying here. If you're going to take down the city, take me down with her."
Okay.
Then I
don't think it would have mattered.
I don't think so either.
But that would have been a weird move, some kind of move.
She said, "Well,
an
I think
admirable move.
My uncle's kind of a jackass. I probably should move." But not tell anybody. Thanks.
You're on the air.
Thanks, Waffa.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
On here?
Yes, you are, sir.
Well, I would hit it. And the reason why is because it's an ancient principle of warfare. You knock off your enemy and then you take his daughters and his wives and his nieces and stuff like that. You make them your own.
All is fair in love and war.
Wow.
And they're all intertwined together according to this man's strategic plan for the battle, Terry.
Yes. So it sounds like.
Hey, and don't get me wrong. We have the utmost respect for the people fighting over there. As a matter of fact, we get emails all the time requesting tapes from people who are from the area, Terry, missing the show and stuff like that. But it's Waffa Bin Laden, baby. And I have, yes, the same eerie feeling about her trying to make a pop career going for herself. I have the same feeling as a lot of people.
Yeah.
I am not feeling as open-minded as I traditionally would, and I can't tell you why. That's the way I feel. You're on the air.
It's just Waffa from the block.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Don't be fooled by the bombs that she's got.
Jeez.
Yes.
Hello, T-Man?
Yes.
I think it's a publicity stunt. It's just to see how many people they can get actually interested in this person because, I mean, if she was so talented, would she have to live off the credibility of being Bin Laden's niece?
I don't understand the whole idea of a publicity stunt. What? They took down the towers to get her some notoriety?
Yeah.
To get her career going?
And
What?
now all of a sudden she's coming out and going, I'd like a pop career.
I used the wrong word, to hype the album, to get the album to sell.
What did they do to hype the album?
Well, putting all this thing out about her did she just come out and say she's Bin Laden's niece?
She is Bin Laden's niece. It's not a lie.
Well, why would she make that a known thing? Did somebody find it out, or did she just come out and say it?
Well, maybe it was just gonna be known, or it wasn't something she could hide, and she just made it known.
Well, in the music business, if you got pure D talent, it's going to stand out regardless, so it shouldn't matter, really.
I don't care how good her talent is. It's not happening.
Right.
All right? End of story. We can take calls all morning long. Let's just call it off right here. I will tell you the way it's going to be. I don't care how multi-talented her voice, her dancing, her on-stage presence, whatever the case may be. I don't care how terrific it is. The world, on the grand scale, is not buying the album of Waffa Bin Laden. Period. But I'll take a few more calls.
Where do you even buy an album?
You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. I was saying that if her career were to take off, she needs some other big old scandal to overshadow everything else. So maybe release like a Paris Hilton type tape of her getting tag teamed by Gary Coleman and Gary Payton.
She needs a sex tape. She needs a sex tape out there with Gary Coleman and Gary Payton.
Wow.
Ransacking the Steiner. And that'll put her over the top as far as being able to sell enough albums to keep her career going, Terry.
Wow.
It'd go better if it was like Donald Rumsfeld or something.
Because her name isn't enough to keep the buzz going.
Right.
She's got to have a sex tape out there.
Oh, jeez.
You're on the air.
T-Man.
Yes.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm all right. Just I want to put some perspective on this Waffa Bin Laden story about somebody that's actually in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with what that guy said, stick the whole family in the towers and all that nonsense, but I also don't believe that we should be supporting her as a country for the simple fact of, like that woman said, coincidence or not, she left the country. Mm-hmm. She is associated with the family.
Even before she left the country, even without that detail, before I even knew about that detail, I still felt uncomfortable about this whole idea of her pop career. I'm not going to buy the album, Terry. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to have sex with her, even if I ransack the Steiner.
Yeah.
It's just not something I'm going to do.
Right.
All right? And maybe that's unfair, but that's the way I feel. Can't help the way I feel. Sorry.
I got brothers in arms over there looking for this guy, and the Bin Laden money is spread around to everybody. It's not just to a couple family members here and there. Everybody has their hands on that dirty money. Everybody. And for people to support that it would be terrible. And I know if she had a show, there'd probably be some country guy walk up there with a shotgun, and he'd probably...
No, I wouldn't want that to happen either. Now, with all that said, with the fact that I wouldn't buy her album, with the fact that I wouldn't have the Steiner ransacked by my penis, I am not also saying that I think she should be killed at the first chance anyone gets, or any chance, period, Terry. I think this woman should live whatever kind of life she can have, given the situation that may be, in her perspective, as unfortunate as it gets for a person. She has no good feelings for her uncle as much as we don't. That being the case, whatever her feeling is, I don't know, I don't care, I don't want anything to happen to her, I don't support her career by buying her albums, but no feelings.
But you'll get the sex tape, right?
Oh, I get the sex tape. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for it right now on Google, just in case it's out there. I mean, if Gary Coleman and Gary Payton were on any woman out there.
Together.
Yeah, come on.
Gotta get it.
If I can get it a DVD, that's my Christmas gift there.
One night in Waffa.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, we could take calls on this all morning long, but I think you pretty much understand how we feel, how the people out there feel. It's a pretty wide range of emotion, Terry, although we all want the sex tape.
Yeah.
I don't see much of a career happening there for Waffa Bin Laden.
No.
All right.
Needs to find something new.
Or Paris Hilton, for that matter.
Hey, have you heard Bin Laden's new one? It's awesome. Don't picture yourself saying that.
Yeah. So you were saying earlier this morning that Paris Hilton needs to make every penny she can, Terry.
Yep.
Because
they're so...
her inheritance is not as big as people think. It's just a couple of $1 million, and she goes through that on a weekend.
Right.
Well, Terry, if I can see at one point in the future Paris Hilton working a fast food restaurant, that would be the ultimate. At a Waffle House or something like that.
Yeah. Might have to.
Mm-hmm. That I would pay for.
The T-Man.
And a vicious attack on 5 nurses at a local hospital lands a man in jail. The man is 59-year-old Gordon Liggett. He's from Rainier.
Right.
Police in Olympia say he punched, kicked, and slashed the nurses with a pen at Providence St. Peter.
With a pen.
Now, Liggett was being treated for seizures at the time. He claims he doesn't remember the attacks, but could face third-degree assault charges.
6 nurses doing their jobs get attacked by the pen slasher.
Wow. Ooh.
It's going to be an interesting case, too, because the guy was having seizures, and she said doesn't remember a thing about it.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See, nurses, man. Dangerous job.
Oh, jeez.
It's tough.
It is.
Terry with the editorial comment. What else is going on in the world there, Terrence, since you're on the roll here? What else is happening?
I found an interesting story about a Texas A&M student who was missing for 7 years, and they found her in Kentucky working at a Sam's Club.
That's what I thought she was.
Oh, was it? You were looking to
What's a
Texas?
Sam's Club?
It's kind of like a Costco.
Is it?
Yeah, similar to that.
It's Walmart's
Owned by
version.
Walmart, yeah.
It's like a low-rent Costco?
Yeah, it's Walmart-ish.
Mm-hmm. Sam's Club. I've heard the name.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any Sam's Clubs
We
here?
do.
We do.
We do.
Beautiful downtown Renton.
Is
And
that
Auburn.
right? Can't believe I haven't
One of the
been in
North
one.
End, too.
Can't believe I haven't been in one.
Shocking, huh?
Yeah.
Now, she was like memory loss or something like that?
She went missing in October of '98. She had a fight with her mother over
So she purposely moved out and left and has been
Without
living a
saying
life
anything?
in Kentucky and
Yeah.
turned up at a Sam's Club.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Under a different name?
No, under her same name, same social security
Well,
number.
in this information age, Terry, I'm surprised she was able to be away from her family that were probably looking for her at some point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They sent out.
Never cared.
The police spent hours, I guess, searching for her body. They questioned a serial rapist and murderer about just hours before.
And she was just sitting in the Sam's Club as an employee under her own name and
social security number. Yep.
her own social security number,
Mhm, and
was found 7 years later. Count them, 7.
7.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Stephen. Well, Terry, I just hope that this isn't the same story. We flash forward 7 years into the future, and Darian Free turns up in a Sam's Club in Kentucky and tells the police officers, well, I just wanted to be able to choose my own haircut. Is that something you're a little concerned about or no?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure if you asked these parents 7 years ago, Terry, they wouldn't have been concerned either that their daughter was about to run away and be on the loose, or however you would phrase it, for 7 years that they try to find her. Makes you as a parent wonder if you're being a little over-aggressive with your stance on things as it pertains to your child, Terry. They may pick up and run to Kentucky and work at a low-rent Costco. That should be something that you at least acknowledge is a possibility. You don't acknowledge that as a possibility.
I don't think so, no.
Mm-hmm. You said this girl got in a fight with her mom.
Yes, over grades, as a matter of fact. I mean, she was a college student.
Sounds like a familiar argument you might have had recently, too, the way you said it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Over grades.
Well, I think that a lot of, I'm sure your parents argued with you about grades.
No, never cared.
And her parents wouldn't let her watch the Super Bowl. That's why she left.
Yeah, the fact that they were arguing over something as common as grades makes your arguments over not being able to watch the Super Bowl or no, you don't get to choose your own haircut, son, at 14, a lot more severe, doesn't it, Terry? Doesn't it open your eyes a little bit?
Well, sure, it's very interesting, but I'm sure they had probably had other issues within that family.
Sounds like they probably did.
Yeah.
Don't assume.
I don't know, man. Kids can be pretty stubborn.
Yes.
See you later.
She kept sending him Christmas cards, though, and the mom was like, who's this from Kentucky? Pretend to be our daughter.
All right. Well, I don't know if that's a happy ending or not. Turning up at a Sam's Club 7 years later.
Yeah.
What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening?
Police in New Jersey have busted America's oldest madam, an 80-year-old woman by the name of Vera.
80?
Yeah, 80 years old. Mm-hmm.
And she's a madam? She ran her own little brothel there? Or
She
what?
sure did, out of her own two-bedroom apartment.
Called the Fossil Ranch? I've been there, Terry. It's
Really?
she's really hot.
Actually, her escort service was called August Playmates.
I'm sorry. Well, the underground name is the Fossil Ranch, Terry.
Okay.
The Dinosaur Ranch. She's an 80-year-old madam, and how many workers does she have for her? A good, nice dozen or what?
Well, it says...
She have a nice big cat house, Terry.
Well, two-bedroom apartment. She said, according to their...
two-bedroom apartment?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's like running a little hooker bed and breakfast.
Little joint there.
There's only one fat girl. She needs 2 rooms. It's a problem.
So you wake up and you're like, do you want some eggs, you hooker bitch? Or in the 2-bedroom bed and breakfast she's running as an 80-year-old madam, Terry?
Apparently she had at least 6 loyal prostitutes that she brought,
I know they call it the world's oldest profession, Terry, but this is a little crazy.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it has to be run by the world's oldest worker.
Her prostitutes were $160 an hour.
All right.
That's affordable.
Mm-hmm. Affordable, yet gives you the impression that they at least have something going for them. They're not 2 minutes away from working at the Sam's Club.
And she told police that she needed the extra money to help subsidize her Social Security checks.
That was her excuse?
Yes.
Well, don't we all? Terry, Snoop, I remember saying he'd be a pimp for life, but this is a little out of control.
Okay, this lady, yeah.
All right?
Absolutely.
An 80-year-old madam. Is that who you want opening the door to the whorehouse that you're going to? You're all excited. You saved up $160 to go to the whorehouse.
No tip, huh?
And no tip.
Okay, sounds like.
And the door swings open, and an 80-year-old madam is there to greet you.
There she is.
Not what I had in mind.
No. Important South all of a sudden.
You'd be like, is your name at least Grandma Dynamite? Is there something we can go with here to make this hot or no?
Her name's Vera Tercy.
Oh, okay then. It's better than Grandma Dynamite.
Yeah, there you go.
80-year-old madam. What state? Kentucky?
No, I said New Jersey.
Oh, man. It's in my backyard.
Lindenwold.
Never knew it. Where?
Lindenwold. Or
Lindenwold?
Wold. W-O-L-D. Lindenwold.
I don't know it.
Okay.
Sounds pretty hot, though.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sure she has a lot of good stories, huh?
I bet she
does. Being active and stuff. I mean, bingo and canasta gets pretty boring after a while.
Canasta does, Stephen?
Yeah, I would think so.
Can you tell us the rules of canasta while you're on the subject?
I can't really. I just know that old people play it.
Is that right?
I think it's old women only.
Well,
it's a special club.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's a happy member.
Yes, but I have to keep the rules secret.
I don't think hookers and bed and breakfasts really go together. I don't think intimate romanticism with a hooker.
I didn't know that 80-year-olds and prostitution went together, right? So I guess anything's possible.
The T-Man.
That's not a Cosmo you're playing with, is it?
Yes, it
is. Are you just
is.
happy to see me?
Oh, both. No, it is a Cosmo.
There's a new one now. You don't even have it yet, do you?
No, I don't.
'Cause I saw it the other day at the grocery store, Terry. You have the Jessica Simpson one, which was on grocery store stands weeks ago. So what article could you possibly give us that is going to be an up-to-date, current event type article?
Oh, I have one for you. It's entitled...
I didn't say I'm ready for it, Terry.
Oh.
I guess I kind of did, but
You kind of did.
I misled you.
Well, that's
I'm not ready for you to give me any title yet. I'm not sure I want to do this at this time. Time is short, and so... Oh, geez, we got over an hour to go. Time is short,
Ponderous,
and
man.
so am I.
Fucking ponderous.
I just mentioned that I saw you tooling with your Cosmo over there.
Yes, I was. Ripped out a nice little article.
Yeah, and you're highlighting it like you want to read it or something.
I think I do.
Well, it's got to be, like, beyond interesting for us to even start to attack this article, Terry, because you know how these things frustrate me. I'm a very easily frustrated man.
Yeah, I know that.
All right.
Yes.
You don't have to make it seem like it was that given.
Okay.
How much of a given? So if I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm not blown away by the title of the article, I'm just going to calls or I'm reading some Ask T-Man letters or something like that. All right? Is that fair?
Fair.
Go ahead.
Pressure.
It is entitled 22 Fun, Sexy Wedding Trends.
Well, you're bringing this up for Hotshot, obviously.
Yes.
That's why you're looking at him.
1-866-663-TV.
229 shot.
Yes, it is.
Terry,
It's mostly for him, of course.
That doesn't sound even marginally interesting. I know.
but it
I know
is,
it's the wedding
actually.
season. I know
Yeah.
Scott's getting married next month. I know there are probably some new and exciting trends.
Oh, yes.
But how about me capturing it all in just one quick sentence here? How about this for a new trend as far as weddings are concerned? Stop having them!
Oh, jeez.
People do love it.
Too many people are having them. Too many people. Yeah, that's right. Don't laugh.
Too many people are having
That's
them.
right. Too many people are having weddings, Terry. A lot of people should realize that they may be the non-marrying type. And if they had realized that, they'd save themselves a lot of pain and heartache. Marriage has been forced upon us by the religious groups. We've all succumbed to it. And some people should just be stronger than that and realize they're not the marrying type. Now, I made sure I lived a full young person life until the day I got married, Terry. I went all through my 20s and into my early 30s before I decided, okay, I'm starting to look like a ridiculous person at the club, and that's when you should, if you're the marrying type, get married. Now, I think I may be the marrying type. I'm not sure yet.
Wow.
It looks good so far.
It's been pretty good, huh?
It's been fine.
All right.
But the best trend that you could tell me, Terry, is that people are stopping having them, huh? Yeah, right.
Oh, no. Boy, no, they're not. Especially with this article. I mean, 22 fun, sexy wedding trends?
Oh,
Come
geez, there's
on.
22, not 23?
Right.
Wow. There's 22, not 21?
Right.
Now, did you get the full report on what your wife-to-be, your fiancé, did on her bachelorette party over the weekend?
I think so.
You
But
think?
I mean, she's, as far as her social life, it's kind of boring,
Did she get the full report on what you did at your bachelor party?
Of course not.
Oh, jeez! Good move.
She's in class, right?
All right. Now, what are the hip-hop new happening trendy trends here?
I just
Pick me out
highlighted
your favorite.
how
many?
favorite ones.
You highlighted your favorite ones.
Yeah, that I
All
thought
right,
were kind of
let's hear a couple and see how much we can tolerate here.
All right, here's one for you.
Right.
Do a gown.
What's that now?
Do a gown. Are you going to let me say it?
I really don't watch.
Come on.
Because then we're in full article swing here, Terry.
Sure we are.
I don't know. All right, 22. But you're going to give us your favorite.
Just my favorite ones.
3.
Just my favorite
Couple.
20.
More than 3. How
Okay.
does that sound?
You feel like the building shaking?
It could be me shaking my foot.
Was you shaking your foot?
Yeah, I'm the size of a train.
Man. All right.
All right. One of
You're
them.
praying for an earthquake right now? Something.
No, it's just Hotshot's foot. That's an insult to all trains, by the way. You're the size of a train. Anyhow, go ahead, yeah.
Do a gown switcheroo.
Well, that's not even a trend anymore, Terry. That's now becoming pretty common. Do you think they'd be ahead of the curve as opposed to behind the curve, Terry?
Right.
You're talking about women who are changing dresses
Yes.
after the ceremony to the reception?
Instead of having to wear their wedding gown the entire time. But keep the little headpiece on.
See, are you impressed that I knew what a gown switcheroo was?
Wow.
Oh,
boy, you're up to date with the fun, sexy wedding trend.
Okay.
You read Cosmo.
See, this is what's so embarrassing. No, I don't read Cosmo, Stephen. But I know more than Cosmo, yes. I'm not a person that thinks very much of himself, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here tooting my own horn. But...
Except for the burning bush look wider. But other than that,
I know more than Cosmo.
The burning bush has spoken.
And any of their stupid writers.
Okay.
All right?
Well, do you know about this one?
Wait a minute.
What? The
All
gown
right.
switcheroo. You were right. Yes, you switch your...
What are we up to? How many have you done so
I've
far?
only done one.
Oh, jeez. Seems like an eternity already.
21 more. Or 22, actually.
All right.
Okay,
How about you
here's
pull a
one.
bride switcheroo halfway through the wedding?
Halfway through.
That'd be a hell of a trend.
Yeah, that would be. Tag team.
Go ahead.
How about this one? Revamp the bouquet toss.
Revamp the bouquet toss.
Yes.
And how do they propose? What's wrong with the bouquet toss, first of all? Too many people are left unhappy?
Yes.
That they didn't have fate fall into their hands?
Right.
Well, how much is it fate when you just completely knocked over the person next to you in order to...
Rip the dress and everything. And
Oh, it was meant to be to put a form into her jaw.
So revamp the bouquet toss means what?
Yes.
Wear full pants?
No. What they do is you get a bouquet that actually comes apart into smaller bouquets so that when you toss it, more people are receiving a little bouquet.
What?
Mm-hmm. It looks like a regular bouquet.
I mean, people are so sensitive that when they don't get the bouquet, their whole evening is ruined.
Right.
As they've come up with this plan, this strategy to have like a breakaway bouquet.
Yes.
That will shatter, or that will
into, like,
split
3 or more
into
little...
sections, so that even the fat girl with the piece of cake in one hand has the piece of the bouquet in the other hand and says to herself, "I will be getting married. It is my fate."
Right.
Sure.
There you go. As she stuffs the cake down her throat.
Whoops, that was the bouquet.
Tastes just as good to her.
Yeah. Boy, you had jelly on your bouquet? That's weird. I see flowers like that.
I can't believe that people are that emotional, that women are that neurotic, that women are that sensitive, Terry, that women are that... Give me another word, quick. That women...
Obnoxious.
Are that obnoxious, that women are that self-centered, Stephen, that women are that...
Big a bunt.
Big a bunt.
That's one word.
That they had to come up with like some breakaway sectional bouquet so that everyone's happy.
Well, it's now a new trend, so...
So what if you're the fifth girl that doesn't get one of the breakaway ones?
Well...
Maybe you can arrange for it to break off in as many sections as women you're having at the affair. So if you're having a guest total of 500, your bouquet breaks off into 250 pieces.
Or your RSVP card. Do you want a bouquet?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a swordfish and a bouquet.
Yeah, that was weird about your wedding invitation.
Oh, yeah?
I liked your wedding invitation.
So cute. I loved it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very original. Mm-hmm. Very hotshot. Like,
very creative.
But I've never had them ask me what I want for dinner on the wedding invitation. It's nice. It's a nice touch.
Well, thank you so much. Well, it's not a buffet, so
they'll probably still get it wrong.
Yeah, they probably will. So I hope you like 3 out of 4.
Hey, I ordered the swordfish 3 months ago. Right. And it's still not here.
Why are you telling me you're out of swordfish?
Now, is that served with rice? Do we know?
Oh, jeez.
What kind of side dishes you'll be enjoying, Steven?
I don't know.
Steven's going to call you up and ask for more details on on what comes with the entrees.
I know.
Did you notice that on the hot shot wedding invitation?
Yes,
I did.
Did
you ever see? Is that a new wedding trend on your list?
Not on my list, no. But I
think that was an interesting trend, Terry. You can order dinner right there on your invitation.
Yes.
I like it. What were the options? Swordfish, right?
Yeah.
Chicken, vegetarian.
And beef.
And beef.
Wow.
Bountiful beef. Yes.
Very nice.
And that didn't make the list.
No.
I thought he was tapping into something there, so to speak. I thought he was cutting edge.
Well, they don't want to waste food. They want to get it exactly right.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And most people will forget what they ordered.
I know. Go, I had this,
and then
really?
The server will come out with your card. Yeah, you checked it.
Yeah, I know I checked that, but I had swordfish yesterday for lunch.
Right, exactly.
So if you can go back there and get me some beef, I really appreciate it.
I know it's back.
You know you're going to have that. Oh, my God.
It doesn't matter whether you want to do it or not.
Absolutely.
I want swordfish and beef.
Okay. I know what it's going to Anyhow. Terry, you know what?
Put it all in one pan and stir it up.
Oh, I bet you will.
You guys are wrong.
I'll tell you what. Hang on to your stupid article. Yeah. I'm going to fall too far behind. Let me take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, I'll let you read a few more of your little stupid tips.
Oh, they're nice little tips.
Okay.
Really, they are.
Yes. I'm sure that's what got JD excited one day back when. Oh, tips. You said. Oh, tips. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The burning bush has spoken.
I know you know that already.
Mm-hmm. The T-Man.
Terry, maybe this tells you something about my life, but this is going to be one of the toughest decisions I have to make all year.
What's that?
The swordfish.
Uh-huh.
Or the vegetarian plate.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the vegetarian plate?
I think it's some sort of like pot pie situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Pot pies.
And it's a chickeny pot pie. Was there 4 options?
Yeah, 4 options.
4 options.
There's beef, chicken, swordfish, and vegetarian.
Oh, the vegetarian plate is like a vegetarian pot pie. Now, I'm not a vegetarian, Terry.
Right.
But I am hard-pressed to throw back a pot pie.
Oh, yeah. Tasty, huh?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy it.
You don't have to be any kind of vegetarian with any kind of cause to appreciate the crispy crust of a pot pie.
That's true.
Can you get one to go?
Oh, geez, Stephen.
Can I get a side of pot
Sure.
pie?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Right. All right, so let me see if I got these selections down so I can make my decision on my invitation later today. I want to send it back promptly because I know how excited you get to get those return responses.
I'm excited when it says can attend.
Right. I have swordfish.
Yes.
Any details on the swordfish on the invitation or anything you can add?
How's it being
Some
cooked?
sort of like wasabi sauce.
Ah, it didn't say that on the invitation, though, did it?
Yeah, it really doesn't do him justice.
Yeah, it just gives the list.
It'll be the first time you ever saw the word wasabi on an invitation, though. Okay, go ahead.
But that's all I know about
All right.
It was great.
And then we got the chickeny dish.
That's made, I think it's stuffed with the gorgonzola kind of sauce.
Oh,
Wow, stuffed
yum,
chicken.
stuff.
And then you got the vegetarian pot pie.
Yes.
And the
then the fourth choice is just says beef.
I think it's...
the word beef stands alone, Terry.
I know,
All it has to
beef.
say is beef.
Cow.
I think it may be filet.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But that's all it says in the invitation is beef.
Yeah, it doesn't do it justice.
Beef.
I like beef.
I mean, you got to be, like, careful not to check the word beef.
You should just say meat.
Mm.
You had no idea what kind.
All right.
Wow.
Those are my four options,
Yes,
Terry.
they are.
Yes, as I said, it might tell you a little something about me and my life, but I can't think of a bigger decision I've had to make in the recent past.
Contemplating.
For a meal you're having 6 weeks from now.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Very important.
That you'll remember, right?
I'm glad they're starting the preparations as soon as they get my return card in the mail.
Oh, yeah, they're going to start simmering right away.
They're going to start tenderizing that beef.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That means you got 6 weeks to back out.
That's right.
Oh.
The fact that you got the invitation, it's like confirmed now that we're actually doing this.
Yes.
And the fact that the orders are all in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you back out, I still get my beef, right?
True, you do, yes.
Because I'm committed to the beef.
You are.
On the day. Can't say the day or John will be there, Terry. Floating in a raft. Like what else is... Oh, you still have your
I
article.
saw my article. You said that
Lord.
I could read a few more.
Oh, this is how we got all on the conversation of beef and
Yes.
and pork tenderloins. What?
Right,
That's
because
not
of
an
the
option?
22
No.
fun, sexy wedding trends
Oh,
that
but
are
there'll be
happening
some pork tenderloins
Whoa!
behind the reception hall, Terry.
When you tried all this stuff, you knew what the side dishes were, though, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
He is so concerned about the size.
That's the best part about getting married, Terry. is You have that big tasting
Yeah,
day.
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Big tasting day.
Hotshot's like, bring on the beef.
Yeah, it was a big day for my fiance who doesn't eat meat.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just sat there
Here,
and
honey.
watched us.
I'll have the whole thing, no problem. Bring out two anyway.
I got two everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure on the side dishes, Stephen. I'll check on it and get back to you. Okay. I'm sure it's a deal breaker on whether
gosh.
you order
Can you
food or not.
find out for Stephen how that beef is prepared?
Okay, I will.
Yes.
Well, but they should ask, like, do you want it medium well, or, you know, all of
Well,
that.
because
Or maybe
most
they...
adults eat rice and potatoes. It's like not uncommon.
I'll eat
so I don't
potatoes.
Okay.
I'm saying most adults eat both of those, so it's not really a big issue.
Okay, well, Stephen
It is for
has a very tender thyroid, and it is a big deal to him. So if you can get him a full, detailed recipe book on how this will all be prepared, that'd be great.
I was asking, but I'm glad we found a way to cut me down on this.
There were
We'll have the chef come to your table and ask you.
there were 22 wedding trends, Terry.
No, they weren't just wedding trends.
There
they were
was.
fun, sexy wedding trends.
I've yet to figure out the sexy part of all this. I've heard of the exploding bouquet.
Not exploding.
That'd be a cool wedding trend. Woman gets all excited, starts jumping up and down, and she dies on the spot.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. The breakaway.
If she had any hope anyway, Terry, those who lunge for the wedding bouquet, can you just write the old maid ticket out right there or what? I mean, right or wrong?
Oh, you're probably a little right.
With the
sure.
extra, fifth gear kind of motion towards that.
Moving little kids out of the way.
Right. Knock it over.
Right.
That's my fifth bouquet I've caught.
Yes.
Knocking
Still-
over the handicapped person to get to the bouquet.
Right.
All because she saw something in her horoscope that said it was her time.
Yeah.
Just to confirm that? Okay, whatever. What else is in that?
Another one is let your iPod be your DJ.
I just want to let you know
Yes.
that the text messengers are having a problem with this article, Terry.
Why?
They think, I'll read them verbatim if you want to hear it. This could be the most stupid article Terry has ever brought to the program.
Wow, that's saying something, huh?
One text messenger. Terry, would you like to call them? Or
Yes, I want to know why it's just so stupid. I think it's kind of cute.
you really need to have him elaborate, Terry? It doesn't speak for itself.
He's probably sitting right there next to you.
Or we can call back. We can call back the person that says, "Terry, this is boring. Get to the sex articles now." I bet you that's a woman.
Okay.
I bet you that's a woman.
Really?
Yes. You want to put money on that one?
Let's see, we're now like owing each other nothing.
Yes,
so,
that's called inventory.
Yes, I know that.
You want to bet a couple of bucks at least?
Couple of bucks.
How much? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25?
Let's go 20.
20 bucks.
Wow.
Big ballers.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I just have a gut feeling.
You guys throwing money around.
Just a gut feeling. Kind of like I feel about the swordfish. Got a good feeling about the swordfish.
Is that right?
Yes.
It should.
That's what I was going with.
Oh, I think it's sesame crusted, actually, now I'm thinking
Ooh,
about it.
wow, that's good.
Yeah, seem to be picking off the sesame.
Right.
Just eat at McDonald's on the way home.
Kind of like every day.
Hello?
You're a woman, aren't you? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is the T-Man from the T-Man, the morning show. Maybe you've heard of it. We got a text message from this number. Is that from you?
Yeah.
Yes. And you wanted Terry to move on from this article. You don't find any rewards coming from this article as far as you as a listener, and you want her to get to the sex articles.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well,
I didn't know she'd be 13, Terry.
right.
But she is a woman nonetheless.
That's how she learns.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
You didn't just say it that way, did you,
What?
Stephen?
Me?
Yes.
That's how she learns.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Never mind. All right.
That's how I teach them.
All right.
That's how they learn from me.
I thought Stephen said, how was she looking?
No, I said that's how she learns.
Oh.
After you said 13, she's like, oh. He's like, how's she looking?
I thought that's how he talks to the 13-year-olds. All right, cool. What kind of article would you like Terry to read? What's in that edition of Cosmo you got
Hold
there with
on.
Jessica Simpson on the cover?
Let's see. One of them is how to turn him on in 10 words or less. That's a sex article.
How's that work for you? I guess she's gone. She hung up.
Wow. Wow.
But she puts in her vote for 16 ways to ransack the Steiner, Terry.
I think that's...
And not have an ounce of pain.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay. Terry squinting like that's not possible, is it? You wouldn't have an ounce. You'd have 6 pounds of pain. Okay. Okay, let's, since you're stuck in this article, what did you say about the iPod there?
Let your iPod be your DJ.
That's right. That's everyone's saving money with the iPod theory these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You want me to elaborate on the whole?
You mean that Rick Hansen's out of a job, Terry?
Looks that way.
You mean to tell me that the snappy DJ at the wedding is out of work?
Yep, looks that way.
Who's going to call the lovely bride, the lovely groom to the center of the floor?
You got to have an MC now for your wedding. Coordinate it all.
If you're going to iPod it, Terry.
Yeah.
You put it all, you pre-recorded on the
just
iPod?
program it all on the music you want to hear onto an iPod, they say.
Until you forgot to
and
charge
then rent a sound system and ask a friend to oversee the music.
Well, the rechargeable battery ran out halfway through the time we had scheduled for the wedding, and everyone's leaving.
Right. Nothing more that your friends love than working at your wedding, by the way, too. Hey, can you be in charge of the music, please? I know you're a DJ. You work at Cube. Come on, can you do it?
And I heard you had a camera, too. If you could take our pictures. Yeah. Great.
Actually, we had planned for this. Why don't you just pedal that bicycle? Go ahead. Pedal. So you can have an iPod as your DJ?
I am not.
You're not.
No.
Good old Gabe Gonzalez, the DJ.
Gabe Gonzalez. I thought you hired a band.
Both, yeah.
You got both. I don't know if I can handle all this. A night full of swordfish and Gabe Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's going to be nutty.
Wow, Gabe.
Try to control yourself.
Should have checked on there which we want, band or DJ.
Terry, if you haven't heard the talents of Gabe Gonzalez,
Really?
you haven't lived.
I guess not. I guess I'll be able to really live when I do hear that.
Yes.
Gabe.
What sides does Gabe come with?
Rice pilaf.
Right.
One of them.
No.
Stephen won't like him, I don't think. Yeah.
Yes. Are you sure you have on a dotted line a contract filled out, signed, and sealed by Gabe Gonzalez?
I met with him last week.
Oh, don't lie now.
No, it's...
He actually would sit down and meet with you?
Well, when I got past his entourage and was able to actually talk to him, it wasn't a very long conversation, but yes.
I'll tell you something.
Done deal with Gabe.
I've only heard, never believed stories about sitting down face-to-face with Gabe Gonzalez, Terry. But now I know someone who firsthand is telling me they did that.
Wow.
And I can't help but be jealous.
Does he speak?
Who the hell is Gabe Gonzalez?
It's kind of what I said to him when we hired him.
yes.
He's a true talent. He goes right in from Moni to Shook Me All Night Long. Like, wow.
Who would dare? He would not dare.
You got to sample his expertise? Wow.
Man, he's seamless. It's going to be great.
He knows right when to play Celebration.
That's like
Right.
that's like swordfish in August, Terry. You just don't try to pull that off.
No.
Well, it's interesting that you're talking about the little DJ because it says here that you need to spice up your first dance. They say to start out with a nice little sweet, song, all mushy, and get everybody all crying, and then segue into something really hot and sexy.
Before anyone knows what hit him?
Yeah. Woohoo! Can Gabe do that?
I've only heard, Terry. I can't attest to the talents of Gabe Gonzalez, but if he lives up to the billing, he can handle it.
Wow.
Are you going to do that? You're going to start out with
Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross.
Into the candy shop.
Well, the one thing we've found out is that our first dance will be bananas.
B-A-N-A-N.
Yes.
Yes.
No, we're just going to stick with the stupid slow song that we danced to.
Okay. All right.
Not going to spice it up.
Because you know something, Terry, with all that you're telling us,
Yes.
with all these fine, lovely trends, like Gabe Gonzalez and iPods and breakaway bouquets,
Yep.
there's something to be said about good old tradition. Huh? Right?
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
I know, on iPod, you can't, cross over and mix songs, can you?
Unless you have dual iPods fighting it out. Kind of like last night I had a... Oh, never mind. Anyway. Terry, that's all I need to hear from your article. How many did we get to? Count them up.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We did 4?
We did 4.
What were the 4? Recap them.
We did the...
The most important one is stop getting married.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do a gown switcheroo.
Gown switcheroo.
Yep. The revamp the bouquet toss.
Revamp
with
the bouquet.
Breakaway bouquet.
Got it.
Let your iPod be your DJ.
What was the 4th one? Because I thought there wasn't 4.
Spice up your first dance. I said,
you did
when
that
we
one.
were talking about DJs,
Yeah.
and I just
You
kind of
just-
segued into that.
iPod was the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
We thought that was 3A, 3B.
well, they don't have it as 3A, 3B.
Brilliant segue.
You're on the air.
That was
Hello.
really-
1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Keep in mind, this guy just threw up, Terry. Listen to the article. Did you hear him? That was the last of it. The text page number is 97373. That's 97373. And 1-866-663-T-MAN is toll free, don't you know? You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
Good, sir. How are you?
I just wanted to know, hey, Hotshot, can I come to the reception or to the wedding or something like that, man? I'm not a stranger. I've been, to the program since the beginning.
He's been to a couple of Ask T-Man, or not Ask T-Man, but in-studio Christmas parties.
Oh, okay.
He feels like that.
Oh, why'd you say so?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in.
Well, no, not only that. Hey, this is Steve the Dweeb. That's what you wrote on my poster.
Well, sir, if Hotshot is unwilling to give you invitation or tickets, I'll be scalping later, all right?
Yeah. On eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a hot ticket, your wedding.
It includes the swordfish and a face-to-face with Gabe Gonzalez.
Wow. Whoa.
You're on the air.
Big money on that.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, the face-to-face threw him off. I want to go, but I don't want to see Gabe Gonzalez.
1-866-663-T-MAN. You're on the air.
Hi, I'd like to talk to Terry.
Hi.
Hi, Terry. Hey,
How are
I wanted
you?
to make a comment about the whole deodorant comment earlier this morning.
Sure.
Oh, that was way earlier this morning, dude. I can't believe that was even from this week.
I was stuck in traffic, but...
And that backup at Marysville was even worse than I
I
thought.
feel like deodorant isn't working is because it's not that your body's getting used to it, it's that your nose is adjusting to your smell. And so basically it's kind of good. You don't always stink if you can smell yourself, but, you switching deodorants, it's kind of like when you wear cologne. And after a while, people are like, dang, you're putting on a lot of cologne, dude. And you're like, I can't smell it. It's the same thing with deodorant.
I don't know. I kind of believe in Terry's philosophy when it comes to shampoos and maybe even certain soaps that your body can develop a little bit of maybe some type of immunity to it. And you need to shock the system with Pert Plus.
Yeah, well, screw this guy's whole theory up, and I'll wear unscented deodorant now.
Guy's been stuck in traffic all morning.
Yeah.
How bad's that backup, Steven, still?
It's pretty bad.
Really?
I mean, it's getting better. They opened some lanes
That's
now.
the kind of thing that happens. You hear about, obviously, before you leave the house. You call into work and say, I'm not coming in today.
Right.
All right, end of story.
Yep.
Yeah, but sir, the accident isn't near where you live.
Well, I'm still not coming in. I feel for those people, and I'm not coming in.
Right.
If you live above Marysville and you're trying to get to Seattle, you just stay in bed.
Yes,
There's nothing your boss is going to say.
Traffic was actually pretty good out of Linwood this morning, so, I mean, it helped those people.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, T-Man.
How are you, love?
Good, how are you?
Good. What can we do for you?
I want some boobs.
You sound like a bouquet catcher to me. Is that who you are?
Am I what?
Never mind. You want some boobs?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, what can I do for you?
I want you to help me pay for them.
Well, I have gift certificates, but I don't just hand them out to any woman who calls in asking for them. What are you going to do for me?
I don't know.
All right. Well, start writing some things out. Send it in, and we'll negotiate.
There you go.
Or when you do know, call back.
Well, why don't you tell me what you want me to do?
I want to ransack the starter.
I was going to say, honey, be careful.
Because I can't ransack the starter on my wife, Terry.
Whoa.
That's just not something you do to your wife.
Right.
You don't do that.
Okay, so find her.
Even though I bet you she would probably love it, start swearing like a truck driver again, Terry.
No, the reason why I called is because, you know Jessica Evans, right?
Do I know Jessica Evans?
Jessica Evans, yes.
Do you know Jessica Evans?
I don't know Jessica Evans.
I don't know any Jessica Evans.
Oh, well, you helped her out with her boobs.
We've helped out a lot of women with boobs. You think we know every name of the people that we have helped out with boobs? They're faceless, big-boobed wonders. That's all we know.
You're crazy.
Well, it sounds like you're about to be taken in by that big wave coming in. Watch out for the undertow.
Yeah. Oh, Jessica Flatchest Evans. Oh, yeah, you remember her.
Yeah. Why'd you say so? No, I don't know Jessica Evans. So how does that pertain to you?
Well, she's one of my good friends, and we go out all the time, and I was going to go get
Well, that's
boobs.
not fair that she goes out with the boobs that we helped her get, and you have to sit there with your inverted chest.
Oh, man.
That puts you at a disadvantage. How long ago did we help out Jessica Evans?
I think like last year it was.
You've had to go a full year trying to be the wing woman for Jessica Evans?
How do you do it?
Yeah,
when Gene Gonzalez is trying to...
Gabe.
Gabe Gonzalez.
Jeez, we're changing his name already.
is playing the tunes that make her boobs go a-jiggling, and you have to try to compete with that?
Well, yeah, I have to. Sorry.
I can't believe you haven't called months ago.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, it's too late now. I mean, you've already gotten used to having to compete with Jessica Evans now. You're used to it. I want to help someone out that has problems.
No, I want to come in, and I want you to see me, and then I want you to help me out. And
All right, that sounds like a deal.
When can you be here?
Was Jessica Evans hot?
Yes, she is.
She
but I'm
still
hotter,
is.
though.
You're hotter?
Oh, she's hotter than Jessica Evans?
How hot is Jessica Evans? On the T-Man scale.
She's like an 8.
Okay, obviously you're not familiar with the T-Man scale.
Obviously not.
We don't go by a stupid number system where the first 5 numbers are never used.
Okay.
We go by, you tell me when to stop. A broke. Okay. Doable.
Keep going.
$50. Daddy done good. Ooh. Daddy should have his penis bronzed. Player's choice. Hall of Fame sperm and egg. Or super a model.
Daddy should have his penis bronzed, I guess.
And you're better than that. That means you're a player's choice. Do you know how hot a player's choice is? Do you know when a player gets to choose what he chooses?
Oh, wait, just let me come in there and I'll show you.
She believes a player chooses her, Terry.
Wow.
I don't think she knows what a player chooses.
Right.
I don't think she knows about the Players' Holiday.
When was the last time a player chose A's?
Yeah.
A player doesn't choose A cups. Never has. Never will.
Well, that's why you need to give me speak.
Well, then don't lie to me and tell me you're a player's choice then.
Right.
Well, my boobs have nothing to do with my face, so...
That's where you're way off.
Right.
Isn't that? It's the whole package, right?
Yes. If we were going to chop off your head, then maybe you're right. But that's not our style.
Face is like 5%. There's one other thing that's 95%.
No,
okay?
not that either, Stephen. Hello?
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 I'm talking to you, Stephen.
Okay. Hi.
All right, you'll be in tomorrow then? We have an opening tomorrow.
Oh.
And that's it.
Dude, what? I can't hear you.
We have an opening tomorrow. Can you make it in tomorrow?
She's breaking up. Oh.
It's not in the cards, Terry.
Yep. There goes the chance.
All right, hang on. Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, hang on to talk to Pasty, all right?
Oh, God.
Pasty wants to talk to you, I'm sure.
Now, when can you come down? Is tomorrow an availability? Does that work?
Just grotesque. Doesn't even try to hide it anymore.
No.
Anytime, really. Whenever you'd like.
I mean, I'll be here at
friends.
noon.
And bring friends? No, I didn't tell her to bring friends.
Jeez, dude.
Can she come down tomorrow or not?
Is tomorrow is a possibility? 7 a.m. Does that work?
No, more like 8 or 9.
How about 8 o'clock? How about 9 o'clock?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Booking in Progress.
This is great, huh?
Booking in Progress. What other radio show brings you into the studio more than the T-Man
This
show?
is pretty exciting.
You can say 7, 8, or 9. You can be in radio, too.
What time?
She's going to be down here at 9 o'clock.
9, or I can handle that.
Wow.
In my place by 10:05.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Have you been down here before? Do you know how to get down here? You haven't. All right.
Why is everything...
I know.
Well, I could swing by and pick you up.
You haven't. You little hot baby. Weirdest guy in the world. All right, no, he's actually 6th weirdest.
Is he?
6th? Wow.
Summerjam 2005.
Presented by McDonald's.
My headphones.
Oh.
As we hit the home stretch here, Terry, let me see if there's any interesting text pages that we've gotten over the past little while that need to be addressed here. Someone in the 425 has texted the message, I want Constance the Bitchler bad. I'm better than any female. Please let her know that. Now, did that come from a female? Is that the sense you're getting? Or does this man think she's more into females and he wants to make sure that she doesn't think any female is better than a man? It doesn't really matter. Let's not analyze. How about that?
Sure.
Okay. Does Terry Free like heavy starch on her wizard sleeve? Jeez.
Yes, the heavier, the better, then it keeps it real.
Oh, wow, because he says if that's the case, he's your guy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, starching king there?
Oh, jeez. Gil writes, my ex-wife is sleeping with my wife, and they took my dog.
Oh, Gil. Sorry.
Could that be possible? Could this man's ex-wife really be having some kind of sexual relationship with his current wife? Is that possible, Terry?
Anything's possible.
Even Jerry Springer's like, come on.
I mean, that, but taking the dog, I don't buy that.
All right. Well, let me check this last message over. No, 2 different numbers. I was wondering if the person about the heavy starch message wrote this following message, Terry, but it's 2 different numbers, actually 2 different area codes. This one reads very simply, marry me, Terry Free. See what happens after 20 years? You finally get married. All these proposals now coming out of the woodwork.
How nice.
What were they 5 years ago?
Jeez.
If you guys want Jamba Juice, call me. What's Jamba Juice?
Oh, that's good
We've
stuff.
had it before.
Place where you
Yeah.
get smoothies.
Oh,
Yes.
damn. All right. Never mind.
Wheatgrass or whatever it's called.
All right.
Get the power boost.
This person writes, swordfish tastes like chicken, T-Man.
Oh, okay.
Good to know. All right. Let's see here. Should you get big boobs if you have a scar on your face? This woman contemplating breast augmentation, Terry.
Okay.
But she's got a horrible scar, I would imagine, on her face that makes her wonder if it's even worth her while.
Sure. And Dr. Tony can help with the scar on the face, too, right?
Really?
Yeah.
What if her scar is just, like, real nasty?
I'm sure he could help her out with that area as well.
Well, it's the same area, Terry. It's the same scar.
Well, I know. I mean, as far as boobs and the face.
All right. I would say very simply it's better than being a flat-chested scar face.
Okay.
Be a big-chested scar face, right?
Right.
I mean, do the math.
Sounds better to me.
All right.
She's got a big scar. Does she have any boobs? Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
Oh, T-Man, you never answer my text messages. Signed, Jennifer.
Wow.
Jennifer, we get thousands and thousands of these. All right. We can't answer everyone's.
Well, we're answering it right now.
Yes, I guess we kind of were. There you go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What a happy ending. Let's see what else is there. Anything interesting here? Guys handling this. Somebody's playing with himself right now.
Oh.
They want you to elaborate. They want details about, That's stupid. People want details about the honeymoon that you're having.
Oh.
Yes. I guess they have very lonely lives. And want
Okay. Maui.
Right?
Ooh, nice.
Yes. Great.
Nothing like Maui in July. It's not hot enough here.
Yeah, it's true.
No, that's nice.
Not guaranteed sun here.
Next thing you know, we're going to have a listener call up. Hey, can I go on the honeymoon?
It's all about getting on the island and the relaxation and the unbridled, newly married sex that you're going to have.
And the Maui Wowie.
Maui Wowie.
Wait till he gets her in that honeymoon suite and takes out the Maui Wowie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Wowie.
Yes, with the big scar on it.
Oh.
Dr. Tony helped me with that.
Yeah, no, I know. I didn't mean to talk about that. Some person out there thinks you should be immediately fired for the article you read, wasting everyone's time.
I don't think it was a waste of everyone's time.
2 minutes later, some woman out there, I'm assuming it's a woman, thanks you immensely for reading that article, and she may incorporate some of the tips you read into her upcoming wedding.
Oh, nice. See?
Nice work, Jerry.
She's not getting married. Lying listener.
Lying bunt.
So glad there's more chance at a bouquet now.
I know.
So there you have it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Should I get to a couple of final phone calls, or are we?
Sure.
You're on the air, real quick. Go. Time's short, and so am I. Hi.
Hello?
Yes.
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
Good. What can we do for you?
I wanted to comment on the Waffa situation.
Oh, jeez.
We're doing Waffa.
People have been on hold a while. Yeah. What about Waffa?
Oh, sorry. I know you didn't want to bring it up again.
That's fine. You got 10 seconds to give your thoughts. Go.
You should give Waffa a chance.
Okay, we're gonna.
Just related.
There you go. All we are saying is give Waffa a chance. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to come in tomorrow, if possible, at the same time as the other girl, because I think that I deserve maybe just a little bit more than she does.
Your what?
The boob job, the breast augmentation.
Based on what? Based on what criteria that you're more deserving than she is?
Saying, like, she's super, super, like, hot and stuff like that, and which, I mean...
Okay, agreed. Hang on.
Wow, she's coming down too?
Pasty, same time.
Hey, baby.
Yes, we're turning tomorrow into a makeshift boob camp, Terry.
Oh, wow.
Pasty, did you hear that?
I didn't know.
He's on the phone chatting with other listeners.
Still with the other one.
With other listeners. You were leaned back in your chair with your feet up talking to a caller.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Would you call that chatting or not?
The feet weren't quite up, but the leaning back was a little comfortable.
But
yeah.
you had already logged off the computer, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Line one wants to come down and show the last caller girl, flat-chested bunt, that she's hotter than her, and we're going to have a little post down live in the studio tomorrow.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Pasty has given his confirmation on it. Sounds like a done deal.
So you're even hotter than the last one? You're even hotter than the last girl? Maybe.
Maybe. Well,
Oh, wow.
Now it's maybe.
I thought it was a
second
done
ago on
deal.
the air, she was pretty confident.
Yeah,
Jay.
it was.
Pasty brings it out of him.
She's like, well, I'm not hot if you're hitting on me.
Depends what you guys think of scars. We will see.
The T-Man.